G'day everyone, Byleth here.
And so is Derek.
And welcome back to more Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
And you might be noticing something from the last time we left off.
We decided to do
I went ahead and cleared it out.
We decided to go ahead and do a little extra so we can make some progress. Smash Matt! Hello, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, 14 months now.
Wow.
11-month streak. Hi Amy, I've been subscribed to you for 14 non-consecutive months. Isn't that swell? Mm-hmm. It sure is. Thank you so much. Thank you. Glad you could make it. And thank you so much for that very kind subscription. Hopefully you're all having a good day so far. I saw that Fizzy is going to be a little bit late because they're making a quick ice cream run, and I'm a little jealous. That sounds pretty delicious.
Yeah, seriously. Go to Cold Stone and get some of that.
The Nintendo ice cream. Mm-hmm. Mito, Alpha, hello. Super Paper Pokemon. So happy you all are here. Thank you so much for being here. So we are just jumping right on in. We are getting straight to things.
Yeah, there was a little bit of dialogue when I first started. I was like, man, this is really... I can see why they call it an impregnable fortress type stuff. Nothing major.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Minato was like, we could just finish it very quickly, probably through the warp tactic. And I'm like, I still want to kill everything.
But Derek enjoys methodically going through and getting every single experience.
I like being set up. Just the way I've played all this. Oh, wow.
Aww. Oh, hello, Cat Evie. And Smash Matt, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Also, not sure if you're familiar with Crazy Bones, but he is a really good artist on Twitter who just started streaming, and he reached affiliate today and started adding some emotes. Check him out. Let's check these out. Oh, Spike Stare and the little congrats.
That's
Crazy Eat. Oh, these are cute. That's awesome.
I want to say that's Wacka from Paper. I know it's from Paper Mario, but I'm blanking on his name. He's
Which
like
one?
the sweet boy.
The congrats one or the
congrats? Because he's like, please don't whack me or want me or something like that. And if you whack, Wacka. And if you whack him, you get this little bump from his head that acts like a bun. And if you eat it, it's 50 HP back to you.
Oh.
So it's worth hitting him. And yeah. But yes, we are basically down to the last 4 things plus the Death Knight, and I'm just gonna
Hey, Rusty.
I am determined that next session will be our last session.
Wow, I can't believe it. That's so weird to me. I feel like there's so many things left unanswered and like a ton to wrap up, and how can one episode, fill that in? It's so weird to me. But yeah, Alpha also likes the way you play, Derek, by the way.
That's good.
Methodical, getting everything done. Wacka is nice, but his bumps are delicious and heal a lot of HP and FP. Oh, Super Paper Pokemon said, I actually managed to get to the Engine Room, Jiggy, and Banjo, plus get the last 4 notes in there in one go.
Damn.
Only to die on my way back. No! I guess you're playing the original then, because the Xbox version is much more forgiving, and it saves all those notes automatically as soon as you collect them, which I prefer, personally. And I grew up and loved the original, so that's my stance on that. Oh, Fizzy is here. Enjoy your ice cream, Fizzy. We're all very jealous of you. Hopefully you got something tasty. Let's see. Smashbot said it's a moral choice kind of thing, especially since if you hit Wacka too many times, he actually dies.
Yeah, he'll leave.
Aww. Aww. Alpha says there is a lot left, Amy. It's called the other 3 routes. I know, but I just want each one to like wrap up nicely. I don't want to have to play 3 times to have a satisfying route.
I will say I'm not doing all 4 routes whenever I eventually stream this for my own channel. I'll just do the 3.
I thought you said you were.
Only the 3, because the 4th one is so the same,
Oh, okay. All right.
I think it is. I mean, we'll see. But it would be the last route if I did anything. I'll say that much.
Mito says next session won't be the last, most likely. Chapter 21 and 22 take a while, so
we'll
you
see.
might be wrong there, Derrico.
We'll see.
Jewelry Jelly! Aww. Hello! Thank you so much for the raid! Aw! Thank you. Were you playing some more Golden Sun? Let me see. Let's see what was going on there. Oh, that was the wrong command. Jewelry Jelly. How are you doing? How's your night going? Let's see. We got, Golden Sun, The Lost Age.
Nice.
Awesome.
Have you found that age yet?
The age is still lost. Sneskov, hello. Oh, you were at Jewelry Jelly stream. That's so cool.
We got lost. Sounds like one of your streams, Amy.
Yeah, I am very familiar with that tactic. So hopefully it went well. That must have meant it was a good stream.
Wow. So, oh wow, he can counteract Lysithea.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, she can kill him.
Yeah,
no, first. She does 70 damage with this. So no matter what, we can kill him whenever we're ready.
But Merceus would have dialogue.
Exactly. I want to see dialogue, so I'm willing to use Divine Pulses. So who has dialogue with him that we want to see?
There was also a very emotional werewolf storyline. Oh no! So a map stream. Yeah, exactly. Time Sage was over there too. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that you all have a similar audience between the two of us. I don't know how to exactly say that, but that's really heartwarming. Thank you so much for the raid, Jewelry Jelly. Kill Merceus? Wait, what do you mean kill Merceus? No, I don't want Merceus to die.
She wouldn't die.
Maybe
I'd just retreat her.
Or Divine Pulse or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Let's see. Lost in the Fields, Golden Sun Remastered would need some direction improvements. Yeah, sounds like it might.
Yeah, I know people have a lot of love for Golden Sun, but it does have its issues.
Yeah, I didn't get to play very much, but I was super intrigued by what I got to play. And you know me, I love that style. I guess now that I've experienced a couple of them, I guess it's a SNES style is what I really like. That little sprites, the little beautiful pixel art background, little sprite characters, kind of that over top-down view.
All right, she'll survive this.
Really enjoy that. All right.
I came here to get you. Let's return together, Emil.
Okay, let me turn it up some.
Leave. The place of your death is not here.
Oh, Devsteads! Thank you so much for the sub. 18 months now. Hype, hype. Thank you.
Yeah, that worked out. We got a level 4.
Leave it
Oh,
to me.
well, there you go. That did work out. Manada says, or she can survive somehow. Yeah. That's how powerful we are.
Should, I guess we could see the unique dialogue. Actually, I'm just curious about this. How good is the dude's defense?
Wow.
No, he cannot damage Dedu at all.
At all. That is the power of Dedu. Dan, hello. Oram, hello. And Eggroll, thank you so much for the sub. Oh my goodness. Time to get that hype trainer running. Oh wow, we are close. Thank you all so much. That's so kind. Thank you. Hopefully everyone's having a good Saturday so far. It's been pretty good for us, except for Derek forgot some travel plans that are coming up kind of soon. So we got to scramble to get that taken care of. But other than that, it's been pretty good. Alpha says to do the best. Exactly.
So it's you, Death Knight.
Oh, I didn't realize I picked Flane. Oh, sweet. Flane has unique dialogue.
Okay.
I didn't realize I picked Flane for whatever reason. I thought I picked Byleth.
I guess because they both have green hair.
Yeah.
Never.
More blood.
Remember he kidnapped her
Again.
and took her blood.
Oh. I forgot that he did that. When he was like the Yuritsa thing, that's him, right? Yuritsa?
Yeah.
And he was in the school at the beginning, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Why, thank you.
Oh, I grow.
Choo choo. Here comes the hype train. Even better in the robot voice.
I love the robot voice. It's so fun. Thank you so much, Eggroll.
All right, I guess it comes down to who do you want to finish them off.
We'll
get more
anybody? I guess Byleth has dialogue.
We'll probably get more dialogue between Byleth and Dimitri, but the one that could get the most levels, get a level from it and get some.
Oh, Petra.
Is Petra or Lysithea.
Okay.
So, really up to you.
I don't know. Whatever you feel like, Derek. You go wild. Whatever you like.
All right.
What would you do if this was your playthrough?
We saw the important ones.
I guess so, yeah. I mean,
honestly, I didn't expect there to be dialogue with Flane.
I guess everybody has a little bit of dialogue then.
Maybe.
I guess. Well, Byleth wouldn't say anything.
Byleth
Death Knight
wouldn't
would
say-
just say
Death Knight-
something to Byleth.
Yeah. Dimitri might say something to him.
Yeah. Go with Byleth. Chipper Monkey, hello.
Okay, we'll go with Byleth.
All right, we can do that. No problemo. All
You're
right.
stronger now. Whether I kill you or you kill me, I'm looking forward to this.
I'm not.
Bye,
Whoa.
Neil.
Oh, I thought the game froze.
No.
I thought there was a problem.
To die. To know one without the other.
He's actually gonna die? I think he might. Oh.
Good level, at
I'm
least.
stronger
Egg
than
Roll says you
before.
killed him. No.
Yeah, I don't think we had a choice not to.
Yeah, I
The enemy
know.
general has been vanquished.
Wow.
Move to gain control of the
I think
kingdom.
that's it. I think it's
Victory is
over.
ours. Raise the banner of the knights. May it soar proudly over the impregnable fortress.
It's making me so uncomfortable how they keep saying impregnable
I have to
fortress.
meet a meal.
He has to meet a meal. What's that mean?
MVP Hildebrand. Well, that was nice and quick. Good job, Derek.
Yeah.
One hit wonder.
Look at that. Cleared out that combat in 10 minutes.
I can't believe that. That's her mother. Oh no, she's crying. Oh
I'm so sorry.
no.
This is all my fault for leaving you behind when I left House Bartels.
No.
I should have gone back for you sooner.
Oh no. Last words. They're gonna be sad.
Sorry for not being a better sister to you.
Oh, hey, girl. Thanks for the
Oh,
200
egg
bits.
roll. Thank you so much.
Merceus.
Oh,
Please
this is so
forgive me,
sad.
Mercy, we need to go. Now.
They know that it's her brother, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Oh.
Your Highness, our capture of the fortress is complete.
Now the path to
Poor
the imperial
Merceus.
capital is
That
finally
is
open to us.
really heartbreaking, honestly.
That's a special scene you get for finishing Mercedes' prologue with special conditions. Nice.
Once we have finished cleaning up after the battle, let's have another meeting to discuss our next move.
A victory celebration? It feels like wrong.
You can say the other one.
I guess let's go with celebration then. He needs to cheer up some. He
It
needs
would be
to do
one
something
thing
else.
if we were at home or at the monastery, but to waste our resources like that here would be most...
Pardon the interruption. We've just received a letter from
Well,
Margrave
no
Gautier.
celebration. Gotta
No.
go straight
well.
on to the next
We'll
thing.
read it at once.
I guess it makes sense about not wasting the supplies, but
See.
you also gotta keep morale up.
It seems the conflict within Fargus has at last come to an end.
I guess it's all
Yes,
a balance.
Highness. Margrave and the other Eastern Lords are at the center of it, and are gathering the kingdom's military forces even now. They intend to join with the Alliance army and send troops and supplies to the monastery.
That's a
What
good
do you
thing,
know?
right?
My
Yeah.
old man
Yeah.
is really pulling his weight. Did he seem
That was
well?
just his father.
Ah.
Yes, as well as can be expected. He has taken it upon himself to bring order back to our troubled territory, while His Highness is away.
Thank you,
truly
Kingdom
in
Soldier.
Margrave's debt. I will be sure to thank him properly at first opportunity. Thank you for the information. Now tell me, did it seem to you that my presence was needed back at the monastery?
Well, I do have
Oh,
a
the
verbal
music
message
stopped.
from the Margrave
Things
on
are
the
about to
subject.
happen.
A verbal message? How strange.
The other day, he arrested one of Viscount Clyman's men. And, well,
Uh-oh, is this guy a traitor?
the prisoner has claimed involvement in the tragedy of Dusker.
Oh.
He has
Oh.
implicated his lord as well.
Go on.
I was told they would be transporting this man to the monastery, along with the troops and supplies.
Okay.
The Margraves said that regardless of the credibility of the man's testimony, how he should be dealt with was your decision alone, Your Highness.
All right.
Very well. All that considered, I will return to the monastery at
Oh,
once.
Finally
apparently
get
going
maybe
back
get
to
the
the
truth
I'll
monastery.
be the honey BFF.
Oh, Cat Evie.
Aw.
Yay. Congrats on the BFF. Thank you so much.
Will you come with me,
Kind
Professor?
of crazy that your hype train hasn't started.
Oh, I think it didn't start before, so this is a new one.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't quite close enough.
Thank
Nice.
you.
All right. Our last month at the monastery.
I can't believe it. Also, feels very Straw Hat Luffy-like. What does that mean exactly?
I guess celebrating, because there's always a big
celebrating.
celebration.
Okay.
Azure Moon.
Ooh, Verdant Rain. That's a new thing.
Our chosen paths.
Our chosen paths. Dun dun dun. PJ and Joker?
The Kingdom Army has captured Fort
What's that?
Merceus, managing troops from the now stable Western Kingdom and former Alliance territory. The Kingdom Army returns to Garreg-Mach to regroup and
At
reorganize
least there's
its
a
forces.
rainbow. That seems like things are getting
With
better,
sufficient
right?
might to challenge the Empire, the Kingdom Army finalizes their plans to
It
march
doesn't
on
look
Enbarr,
very happy,
the
though.
Imperial
No.
capital.
Looks pretty rough.
Mm-hmm.
Lass, hello. Thanks for stopping by. Glad you could make it. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh.
Making up for missing for a while. We need to motivate Belle aim to victory.
Thank you, Eggroll. And I like how smart you were with the robot voice there, separating the bell and the aim. That was very clever.
That is good.
Because it
idea.
probably would have said it
Ah,
weird.
there you are.
Otherwise.
His Highness was looking for you.
Thank you so much, Eggroll. We've been missing you. I hope that you've had a good time at work lately and not been, too overworked or too late or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Time for some nice relaxation.
Exactly.
All right, well, where is he?
He's gone ahead and started interrogating the prisoner, Viscount Kleiman's man. He said he'd like for you and I to be present as well.
Oh, I'm
Will you
glad,
come
because
with me?
I want to know more about this.
Time to learn the truth, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
I
hopefully.
cannot overlook your reckless remarks. Are you really so keen to lose your
Here
head?
we go.
I only did what
It's
I
just
believed
a
was right. I swear
regular
to the goddess that I'm not lying.
design, so
Amidst the turmoil
it's not like a
of the
main
tragedy,
character.
Lady
No, he's
Patricia
not. He's
was
just
supposed to be
relaying
the only
information.
one who was
Okay.
unharmed.
Okay.
We had been given orders ahead of
Patricia
time
was
to not
his
approach her
stepmother,
character.
right?
Stepmom, yeah.
Was Patricia an accomplice?
Of course not. What would my stepmother have had to gain from such a... Perhaps Lady Patricia would have done anything to return to the Empire, to her husband and daughter. What exactly are you implying? For the past few months, I've been spying on lords who defected to the Empire in order to investigate rumors about Lady Patricia.
Okay.
Cornelia's words were true. The two of them, I am afraid they conspired together after all.
Yeah, we did hear a
Enough
lot
of
of
this nonsense.
mentions about that.
You say she wished to return home? That isn't nearly enough reason to cause such a tragedy. I do not intend to imply that the two of them were solely responsible for the whole
Yeah, there's
affair.
definitely something else.
They were likely nobles who opposed the king, or potentially someone who wanted to throw the kingdom into chaos. The Empire and people like Solon and Kronya had their motives too. So my stepmother joined with them to cause the tragedy. Is that what you believe?
That's what it sounds
Ultimately,
like.
This is just conjecture based on the evidence at hand. I have no idea what their true intentions were. I see. We will hear what this man has to say.
I mean, this guy's
For
talking
now.
for a reason, so...
My lord had long felt that King Lambert's radical ways were dangerous. At the time, he was approached with an offer to take part in the incident at Dusker. My lord loves his homeland. To me, he embodied justice. We were only doing what we thought was right.
And so, in the name of justice, he caused massacre upon massacre out of love for his homeland. You murdered your own king, killed our soldiers, and involved innocent citizens. And yet you have the gall to speak of justice!
I am only standing before you now, because I could no longer bear the weight of my sins.
Did you share his feelings about your homeland? Do you regret your actions? Those are both interesting questions. Eggroll says, work has been getting easier. Trying to sneak in Derek's streams is the only tricky part on Saturdays. Still hoping that we get that Guacamole search action soon, though I know Brandon has been swamped. Yeah, he has.
He's been swamped. I've been swamped. It just has to take a bit of a back seat, especially because I haven't been able to start the next search action yet, and I want to kind of try to stay on top of those things.
I'm going to go with, do you regret your actions? I think I'm more curious about that.
No. I accept your hatred, and even the punishment of death. But I still believe it was a massacre in the name of justice.
Okay, I still don't
Gilbert,
see their
lock this
point
man
of
in
view
his
for
cell.
that.
Are you not going to kill him?
I will make that decision once I have had time to consider this man's definition of justice.
All right, Dimitri.
sure.
Wow, he has made a huge growth since skull crushing days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Daniel's here. Hello there.
Hey, Daniel.
Thanks for stopping by. Are you okay, Dimitri?
No, I cannot say that I am.
I figured
Tell me,
not.
Professor, how well do you remember your father, Gerald?
Probably not well. What should we say?
You can say very well.
All right, we'll just say very well then. We'll pretend.
Soon enough,
Fake it till you
will
make
come
it.
to understand how painful it is to forget the faces of those who have passed on.
Oh.
To be honest, I cannot really remember my stepmother's... that woman's smile.
Oh,
nor
he
the
doesn't even
sound
want to
of her
call her
voice.
a stepmother anymore
I
because
always
of that?
told myself that I
Wow.
would not allow my mind to forget, and yet all I can recall with clarity is her gazing away, so forlorn. Did my stepmother wish to go home so badly that she would kill father and me?
So,
Kill
was
her
she
false
forced to marry
family?
him then? Was it like an arranged marriage
I'm
or
not
something?
sure. I can't remember.
Home, to her own blood, her true family.
I guess I'm just gonna go with there's no way to know for sure.
I suppose it doesn't make any difference now. I am asking you questions you could not possibly know the answer to. I
Yeah.
am finished with thoughts like that. I am finally able to go on living without clinging to hate.
Wow, that's really
If I
that's
truly
impressive.
treasure those who
That's a
have
big
died,
milestone.
Then I must earnestly atone for my sins. Father, Glenn, all of the soldiers who have fallen, the people of Duscur who still suffer persecution.
Ugh.
The only atonement I can offer them now is to take responsibility for this broken kingdom that has been entrusted to me.
What does the bottom one mean? What I don't understand.
I'm not
How
quite sure.
how is that emotionally supposed to be the responsibility for the kingdom? Bless you, by the way.
Thank you.
Also, Daniel had a long day. Oh, well, hopefully it was a
Oh, wow.
good ending of the day. And it looks like Eggroll is halfway to a gamer quest.
Author ACU has a note: the truth of the tragedy is not complete in 3 houses. I'm guessing in 3 hopes it probably is.
Oh, wow. Man, we have to play so much game to get the full story.
All right, what do you want to say?
Oh, the bottom is just repeating what he said before. Okay, we'll just go with that's true then, I guess. Caddy, you said bless
That
you.
is
Thank
why
you.
I feel that I must meet with Edelgard and try to talk to her. Do you think it is a fool's errand? Honestly, I think so too. But I must swallow my feelings and grudges, our whole history really, and ask her about this future that she sees. What she
I've
is
heard
once
if you
her
do everything
domination
according
is
to
complete.
Daniel,
What kind of
one
justice
route takes
she
about
clings
60
to as she
hours.
fights.
For which one?
3 hopes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Beefy.
And why she felt it necessary to start this war. I believe that asking her these things is the true responsibility I
So,
have been tasked with as king.
Patricia was Edelgard's mom?
Yes.
Okay. How will you accomplish that?
We will march our troops to the imperial capital. But before any battle begins, we will set up
And was
camp
the
nearby
kingdom,
and send a
like,
messenger.
partnered up with the church?
I will
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
her
they had
that
some
I need to
allies.
speak with her in
They're
a safe
allied with the
place.
church. Everybody's
without
sort of
any
allied with
weapons
the
or
church.
troops.
I'm trying to figure out, like, why they would want to leave so bad. Because I'm thinking something happened with, like, Patricia and Edelgard that really, really was bad. And it feels like they're mostly against the church. So, but maybe they were just against the kingdom? I don't know. Maybe the...
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know because
Oh,
I played.
right.
I know Edelgard's motivation.
Okay. The church gave the kingdom its validity when they split from the empire. So the empire was a thing first. And then the
Yes,
kingdom...
well, so what happened is all of Fargus was the empire.
Okay. And that's the
And-
big
and the
map we
church.
see it every
Yes.
time we're on the map.
Fargus is the continent.
Yes.
So it was the empire, and then the kingdom split off from the empire.
Okay.
And became its own thing, and sort of took half of it. But then the alliance split off from the kingdom and became its own thing.
Okay. So it was Empire, Kingdom, and then from Kingdom, Alliance. And then you had the 3 sections from there.
Yep.
Ooh, David has a Redeem Hydrate.
Fodlan, not Fargus, sorry.
Oh, Fodlan.
Fargus is the
Fargus
Empire.
is someone's name, right?
Holy Kingdom of Fargus, that's the actual name of the Empire, of the kingdom.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, that's my fault.
Delicious water.
As to whether or not she will agree to my request, well, that rests solely on Edelgard.
I'm certain she'll agree.
I would like to believe that as well. You know, Professor, when we fought in Ferdiad, Cornelia mocked me and called me pitiful. But even if it is true that my stepmother never loved me, I am not.
So how does Cornelia relate to Patricia then?
She was a conspirator.
But she seemed like she kind of had power, like a lord or lady type of...
because she was, but she just...
So she wasn't...
Didn't like Dimitri's father's rule.
Okay.
That's their whole thing.
Okay.
Is that they didn't
so
like
she
his
wasn't like...
After all,
his best friend or
I have
anything.
allies and dear friends who care for me. And now, I also have you by my side.
Saros Church founded the Empire, which founded the Kingdom, which founded the Alliance. Okay. I was trying to figure out like where the connection's coming in here. And I think... I wonder if Rhea is connected to this because of their vehemence against her and capturing her and all that. So I'm wondering how she plays a role in all this. Like, is she actually a bad guy? I mean, she turned into a dragon. I don't know if that means... I don't know if that's a good or bad sign in Fire Emblem, because I feel like someone told me Tiki turns into a dragon or was a dragon or part dragon or something dragon, and she seems like a good character. So maybe that doesn't necessarily mean you're good or bad or something.
Yeah, it just depends on the character.
Saros. Seriously. I love that. Saros Church. Seriously Church. I could totally see reading that.
How the heck did we get Linhardt and Petra
wow.
when Linhardt was on top, was attached to Lysithea?
That's so funny. Okay, so Cornelia was a friend of Patricia, heavily implied that the Cornelia in the game is not the original Cornelia. Oh, so she might have
been swapped in the same way as the
like
others.
Monica was, right?
I'm thinking
to influence her. There's so many people behind the scenes, like pulling strings.
Oh yeah.
Oh
if
no.
So, then our strategy will be to gain control of the streets and then assault the castle.
Tiki the Divine Dragon. Yeah, I've heard
castle
dragons.
invasion. It's just one battle after another. It'll be tough, but we have to win. For Lady Rhea.
Daniel said dragons are almost equally friends and foes in Fire Emblem games.
Attacked the Empire from the west. Their final target was the capital, but they were countered at a port town long before they reached their destination.
I like what David said up there earlier. Church of Saros called, they want the Empire back. Empire called, they want the Kingdom back. Kingdom called, they want the Alliance back.
Alliance just wants to be left the hell alone.
And the Alliance wants to go travel the world and do their wanderlusting.
Yeah.
Hello.
Pulls the strings and makes them ring. Is that a reference to something?
Feels like it.
Three Hopes outright confirms some stuff.
It's good for
Surely
that.
you can't be serious. I mean, I am sure. Don't call me Saros.
5 years ago.
Don't call me Shirley.
Oh yeah, Shirley. Surely you must have a drinking problem. Isn't it something like
Hard
that?
to believe we only spent a year
Or not
together.
quite. No,
It's
you're
something
you're mixing.
I think I'm mixing two jokes.
I'm giving you the joke. It's like, surely you can't be serious. I am serious. Don't call me Shirley.
That's from
So much
Airplane?
happened that it felt a lot longer than that.
Airplane.
But
Yeah,
it was
Airplane.
all so exciting and so much fun.
I haven't
Honestly,
seen it, but
I
I've
think
seen some
those
of the
memories
jokes.
are what's kept me
I
fighting
need to show it
this
to you.
long.
Oh, so you
What
have
was
seen
that
that
year
one?
like for
Airplane?
you?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, okay. It was challenging. No, wait. Which one? Was it fun or challenging?
I don't know. I don't. We're maxed out on him. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
You said challenging.
Yeah, let's go with that.
There were a lot of hard times, too. Let's all do our best to survive this, so we can come back here when it's all over. I know that's what I'll be doing.
Deltarune Chapter 2. Oh, okay,
If
Smash.
thinking the war is near its end, then
it isn't. When can we finally put this dreadful war behind us?
I know. How long? Let's end it with the next battle. I like the sound of that.
That would be wonderful. Imagine the last moment of combat, then peace. It sounds like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
I want to make this a world where there is no fighting, where children can grow up happy.
That would be
and
fantastic. I agree. I want that too. Things would have been different had Felix and Annette been enemies. Those scenarios, way to trigger them unknown, got scrapped due to being dark sad. Felix and Annette enemy lines exist in it. The game's code.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, right. I remember that one battle we were in, and there was the information at that battle, right?
Of her, if I'm being honest, but she's dearer to me than my father. If you happen to see her, please make sure she's not caught up in all the fighting. She's only a civil servant, so hopefully she takes a cue from her burning and stays inside.
Okay. Last says, will you be playing Xenoblade 3 when it comes out, Amy? I am definitely going to be playing it. I don't know if we're getting it right away, because Derek did manage to get the special edition. I think he said we'd still get it around the time.
The game itself should arrive around this time. It should arrive on release day.
Okay.
But the other goodies don't come in until later.
Oh, by the way, the joke that Super Paper Pokemon said earlier was the original joke, just modified for Fire Emblem.
Right. I knew that.
Yeah.
But I knew you were trying to figure out where it came from.
I just mixed up two different things. Because the drinking problem is when the guy's drinking water and it's like not going in his mouth. It's going down like his cheek and chin.
Yeah, he just tries to drink it, just splashes in his face.
Really scary. Oh, you don't think so? I've never seen her, so I was just guessing. She tried to destroy the kingdom and the alliance, and order the capture of the archbishop.
So
but anyways, as far as Xenoblade 3 goes, I will be playing it.
Someone who could do such terrible things
probably
just has to
will be an
really
LP.
scary.
I'm not sure if people would rather see me stream or LP that one. I feel like if I LP it, record it, and edit it, so I can cut out the slower parts, we might get through it faster. But, I mean, the first... Xenoblade 2 did do really well on stream, so I guess it's up to you. I'm going to be putting a poll up probably within the next couple of days, so definitely be on the lookout.
We already had our 4, so you had to replace one and put in the fourth one.
Well, we can do 5.
Well, there's only 4 that shows up for Twitter, so it depends on... Unless you want to
do
like
I'm doing
a straw poll,
so everybody can vote instead of just Twitter people.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You should eat up all you can.
What, you aren't going to compete with Chugga?
No. Prepare for the mission.
I can't compete with Chugga. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 combat just feels like it's all damage. Versus what, like status ailments? What do you mean?
I hope I make it back safe,
Which
so
can
I
be
can tell
fun.
my
I had a bunch of fun with it. Once I understood what was going on, it was a blast to try and maximize everything and get all the chains and break all those bubble things. I forgot what they're called now, but spheres maybe? The elemental spheres?
Elemental combos.
Oh yeah,
those little balls.
Yeah. It unlocks later
I know
on.
we can't see a show.
I'm so
But do you
excited
think
for
we
it
could at
though.
least see the building?
And Derek just showed me the intro to Xenogears.
Gears, yes.
And man, that looks intense. I'm so intrigued though. I have to know more. So
I'd love to play
luckily,
that on stream once someday.
Yeah, I think Derek's going to be maybe picking it as his choice
Nothing to report.
for a stream, maybe later. And
It'll
if he
be-
does,
it'll be a while.
I'm really looking forward to that because I have to know more. I'm so intrigued.
Really picking up for this final battle, huh?
Yeah.
Even I'm starting to feel tense. Me! Enbarr's history goes back 1,400 years. That even predates the founding of the Empire.
Before the Empire.
It's one of the sacred
So the battle
sites
at the
of
beginning, do we know when that was?
But hey,
Did they tell us?
No idea
the
offhand.
monastery while you're fighting the final battle. I've got it covered. I'll defend.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. What's your game of the year so far? Mine is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I'd have to look at what I've played, but Kirby is definitely up there. That's fantastic. I'd have to look. Does game of the year mean it came out this year or what I played
It's
this
your
year?
favorite game this year.
But is it what I played this year or what came out?
It came out this year.
Because sometimes I don't get to play games during the year they came out. I'd have to look at a list because I don't want to forget something, but Kirby is definitely way up there. It is so cute, so well done, so squishy. But we haven't finished it yet, so if it's like super depressing and I have nightmares for a couple days, it might knock it down. We'll have to see. Oh yeah, and Pokemon Legends. I want to play that.
Yeah.
That's another one I haven't been able to play. That's Jewelry Jelly's game of the year. Oh, that one's so good. Pokemon Legend Arceus or Arceus. I saw Derek play it, and I only saw like the first hour, and I was already like, I want to play. Oh man. You've got a good eye. You've got a good eye for quality, friend.
I'm just looking
I
through.
love those. G the Man says, definitely saying Kirby and Forgotten Land. Topple locking is boring compared to fusion combos, in my opinion. Interesting. I didn't really get to play the first one, so I can't compare them that much. I only really got to...
What do you require?
I got Shulk to the part where they first meet some automated robots, which isn't very far, and Fiona's incident. I think I got... It was like a little bit after that. I mean, Fiora's
While on some business,
incident.
I went to see how the
I think I got a
Kingdom
little
capital
bit
is getting
after
on.
that.
There are still some things to work out.
Isn't there a
before it can
time
be
where you like
restored.
go up and there's some nodes,
Generally,
some
things
automatic
seem to
like
have calmed down.
nodes?
It's on
It
its
might
way to
be, yeah.
resuming
That,
its
like,
old energy.
open the way to get to the leg. No,
I
wait,
think
I
this
got
will
further
end
than
up
that because
being
I
a
got
better
to
kingdom than before.
Oh, Epic Sax guy. I'll be
I
going.
really believe
I'll
that
be going
kid.
over that
Charlotte's younger brother.
stuff in my
I
retrospective.
can't remember that kid's name. Charlotte's younger brother.
Oh,
But I did get to him, but then there was like a fight with Metal Face that I don't think I did because I was too scared, and I think that's where I ended.
Request came up.
Request! Oh my gosh! It's a big day. Fizzy with a request. I would like to request Bellame tries out Octopath Traveler. I bet she will love the game. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you, Fizzy. You are amazing, by the way. You have requested games that I actually am really, really, really liking. No one's requested like
the big thing.
Horrible.
The
stuff.
big thing you have to choose is who you want to start with, since you only got to do 2
I gotta read
hours.
up and see which one to start with. Or we could do like chat poll or something. Oh my gosh! Daniel says big game. Yeah, we'll have to see how the interest goes. Because if there's a lot of interest, then I can keep it going. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Octopath Traveler. Makes me still intrigued to buy. I eventually want to try out Triangle Strategy, but there's a lot of games that came out this year I'd like to play.
Wait, Epic Sax guy said Xenogears was intended to be part of Final Fantasy VII and/or Chrono Trigger, but became its own game during development.
Yes, I'll be covering that in my
That's so
retrospective.
Cool.
You'll see.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see your video. It's gonna be so good.
There you go.
Eggroll says, I hope Xenogears gets a remake from Square and Monolith, but I know that's a big
It will not
dream.
happen.
Oh my gosh, I
will
would
not
love
happen.
that so
No way
much.
that happens.
I know, but I would love that. That would be so cool. Just watching that intro, it looked so quality. Oh man.
I'll have to show you gameplay at some point.
Oh man. Okay, anyway, all right. I guess, okay, you'll have to face him at some point.
Are you trying to scare me?
Sorry.
What if he turns up while we're charging the capital?
I mean, it
But
might
still,
happen.
I wonder what'll happen to him if we win.
I don't know. Probably not good stuff for your dad. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Fizzy says, I think Amy would really like Alphen, Hannett, I think?
Hannett's where I started with.
Ophelia and Tressa. Is Ophelia the dancer?
No, Primrose is the
Primrose,
dancer.
okay. And Tressa.
So Tressa's the merchant, Ophelia is the basically white mage, Alphen is a doctor, and Hannett is the has an animal buddy.
An animal buddy? Ooh.
And is looking for her master.
Is there a story that's like happier than the others?
risky.
Or
Tressa.
maybe easier?
I don't know about easier, but Tressa is definitely the happiest, I'd say.
Because I would like to see some happiness and not just major tragedy constantly. Guess, I don't know. You're against it?
No, I'm not. I'm sure he's thought it through. If the two can settle this diplomatically, that would be the best way out of this mess. No
That
more
would be
bloodshed.
cool. I have a feeling it
Let's
won't
just
go
hope
that
he doesn't
way,
become
but
so overwhelmed with
wouldn't that be
emotion he's
awesome?
unable to strike her down.
If they could talk
Should have need
and
a
figure it
rise.
out and communicate? I just feel like there's too much momentum that they can't just stop it with the two of them talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Empire is just so much. There's so many other people at work here. It's not just Edelgard running the thing. She might be the puppet, like the face of it, but I feel like there's more to it than that.
And so does the
So
Empire.
even if she does agree with him, I feel like there are plans set in motion to keep the train a chugging if she backs down. That's my thought, just based on all the creepies we've met so far or seen glimpses of.
And I get it. That's how it goes. But nobody's willing to talk or compromise. So we'll fight to the death to prove the other guy's wrong. It won't be an easy battle. But let's make sure we come back alive. Right, Professor?
Okay, let me catch up with the chat again. Octopath Traveler, Triangle Strategy, and or some Bravely Default games published by Nintendo outside Japan, despite those games being Square Enix's properties. Interesting. No disrespect to Triangle Strategy, the game. I just really wish they went with a different name. I kind of do too. Just something a little more catchy, but I heard that one's fantastic as well. That's another one I really would like to play.
Interested in that game that's coming out in November from Square, that Harvestella?
Yes, Harvestella. Yes.
Now this is how
Primrose is definitely one of the darker stories.
True.
Yeah, I heard that, Daniel. I actually played like 5 minutes of the demo when we were on a plane, and yeah, that seemed very dark.
Will look without
just
the
even from the
backdrop of
beginning.
Death and destruction. I can't wait to see it. On the other hand, I'm terrified of what the future might hold. Who knows if I'll survive the assault on the capital?
Oh no, don't talk like that! You've got to survive, buddy! Alphen is my personal favorite. He just wants to help people like the man who saved his life did.
Barbus is our ancestral enemy. But if that man is going to be the king,
I like her outfit.
I don't see any harm in lending him my blade. I believe that we can forge a proud new kingdom. As you can tell, I'm expecting great things. I won't forgive you if you lose.
Okay.
Sure.
Attacking the capital.
That'll keep me up all night long.
I hope you won't be caught unprepared. I've heard that she'll stop at nothing in the
Jewelry
pursuit
Jelly
of
said
victory.
Primrose has some moments that are borderline
too.
M
Minister of
rated.
the
Yeah,
Imperial
I could see that just from the beginning
Says a
part in
cunning
the demo that I
strategist.
played.
How about
Given that Square is just sitting on Xenogears, I wouldn't be surprised if they sold the rights to Monolith, given how big Xenoblade Chronicles has become. Like I said, big dream. I'm with you there. I want that. I don't know if they would, but
I only
I'd
followed
be
her because I
pretty
didn't want to
excited for
die.
that.
But afterwards, I felt so ashamed I wanted to die anyway. I
Aw.
still can't figure out why I did it.
That's a cool outfit
Anyway,
too.
I'm glad you did what you did. From now on, I'm going to devote myself to the kingdom and fight for what I believe in.
Yeah, I don't
It's hard to
see
fight for
any
something
kind
you
of
don't believe in.
Xenogears re-release.
Should I save up points for Disney Infinity requests?
Wow,
Sure, if
Balthus
you
is
want
up
to.
here. What the heck?
Balthus.
Nonsense.
Is he in the cafeteria? Because that would be
Yeah,
hilarious.
he is.
The breeze?
With his butler outfit.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I guess we're supposed to say you're wrong. I don't know. Who's he
Whatever you
talking
want to say.
about?
You.
Dimitri?
Yeah, he's talking about Dimitri. He's like, he can't believe he's trying to talk to Edelgard.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's go with you're wrong.
That effect.
Wait.
Remember, you want to agree with him. You make and coax his ego. Which I've already maxed him. So it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Guess it's up to the one true king of grappling.
Disney
to talk
Infinity
some
will
sense
happen
into
at some
old Dimitri.
point. Don't you worry.
When I'm done with them,
I have
he'll
got
be
to show
ready
that to Derek.
brawl.
Fizzy says, I feel like Amy would like Primrose's character, but the story would be way more dark than she would like. Yeah, Primrose's story, I don't remember everything, but it did touch on some stuff that definitely had,
You, Professor?
I feel like has been in my
It's
past.
more her first chapter.
So
And
that might be rough,
lengths she'll
but
go to
that
get
also could make me really like connected with her story too. Josie
Let's all meet up again someday.
Zega, I think.
Right here at Garrett Mock.
Playing Deer Simulator.
You,
This is the most
His
twisted
Highness,
version
my
of Golden
father,
Deer that I've ever
our
played. Oh
monastery
my
friends, the
gosh.
knights, everyone.
What do you-
Square sold off other sold off other IPs just had because they did nothing with
just a
them.
silly whim
i.e.
I had,
Tomb Raider.
but I
Sorry, I
really
saw
love
that
it.
and I was like, wait, is there
Yeah,
actually
but
hope
that's
for this?
No, that's a Western
Reunion
IP
suites.
though, so.
Oh, okay.
All we have to do now is win. Let's get to
Yeah,
it,
it's simple, right, Annette? Let's just win. Although, with our team and Derek, I think we got this in the bag.
Oh, yeah.
So much rests on this moment.
Edelgard.
Will the war really be over if we take the capital? Yay! I'm sure it won't end right away, but that's still great news.
Oh, by the way, Fizzy, for your game request, do you have a preference whether it is day or night? And by day or night, I mean like 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern time, or like 9, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Will Amy play the new mobile Disney Mirrorverse game? Is that the one that looks like Disney Magical World? Or is that something else?
I think that might be the one.
That
that's
might be
more
the other one that I saw
action-based.
Belle in, right?
Yeah, where she was with.
I will try it. I will try it. But if it's going to be predatory, I will probably back out.
Just as we're about to
Like if
fight,
it forces you
could it be
basically to
that the
pay
prince
real
is
money
having doubts
and
about killing
pay
her?
to win type of situation, I don't really like that very much. If it's just pay to get this skin or something like
they're
that,
the only ones
I
who
can live with
fully
that.
understand the extent of their relationship. He's certainly changed from the vengeful
I do
person
think you
he
probably
once
enjoy
was.
Alphen or Tressa the most at the beginning.
Did you play
I don't
all
mean
of
that
them?
in a bad way. I'm actually relieved. A
You
king
start
who's
with one and you can
responsible
go
for
around and
Holdland's
collect the
future
others.
can't
but-
exact
Yeah.
personal
And they
vendettas and have a
intertwine or not
cold heart.
really?
No,
Aw.
they are all very separate stories.
Oh, I was kind of hoping they would intertwine.
They
Oh, well.
only intertwine with like the final thing with that super boss situation.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Kinda. I was like, oh hey, there actually was this overarching plot that might matter a little bit, but it's so minor and the super boss is so annoying that it's like not worth it.
Alright,
Look
Fizzy
it
said
up.
night would be better, but I could set an alarm. Okay. Nighttime, we might have to wait a little bit longer just because we need to give Derek extra time to finish his project
bitter fight
since I
ahead,
use his computer
that
to
much is
stream.
certain.
But
You
I
have
will
my
definitely be
lens.
posting. I'll post in the Discord whenever I have a
Yes.
time, or I'll
Let's do
announce it
this
on the
together.
next stream or streams.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be. Depending on how this week's set of work go, I might have to next weekends. I might have to not even stream myself.
Professor.
Dan said Alphen is very positive outlook kind of
Fighting in the
character, and Tressa is
capital?
just happy.
Ugh.
Aww.
And we're fighting against Edelgard. Double
Yeah,
But with you leading
Edelgard's
us,
pretty
Professor,
tough cookie.
I know we'll win. Yeah! Woohoo!
Okay.
Fighting! I'm a
All
little
right.
scared, to be honest. I'm just shouting to relieve the tension, but I'll be fine.
Okay, whatever you say. I would be terrified too. Thinking about what happened with Disney Infinity makes me sad. I didn't even play it. Oh, it was so heartbreaking. I actually cried. Like, that's how involved I was with the community. I was so sad. And I'm pretty sure Beauty and the Beast were the next characters to be like in development. I even saw some sketches from some friends who were even closer to the development of their characters. Like they were getting so close.
No matter how much I might wish
It
she
hurts. And Moana was another one that was gonna have a playset. Oh my gosh, I was just devastated.
Sorry, but I'm not the fighting type. All I can do is lend you the stuff you need. And, you know, pray to the goddess for your safety. Win, live, and return, okay?
Fizzy says I'm fine waiting.
Mostly
Okay, awesome.
so you can pay me back for the stuff you borrowed.
Oh no, Smash Matt said new direction is NFTs and pay to earn games. No. Oh, sorry, I didn't read this one. But you got it right. Good job.
That's fine. Again, a lot of these things don't. That type of like stuff doesn't matter too much just because it's
just our cause may
we've maxed out most of these people.
In the end,
Yeah.
war is nothing more than organized murder.
Oh,
I
wow.
understand the desire to reach
That's
a
actually
conclusion,
kind of right.
but we mustn't overlook the sins inherent in our deeds.
I am I don't know which is the nicer way to answer this. I understand, of course. I'll go with that one. That seems a little
Sorry.
softer, I guess.
I have a tendency to preach. We have lost so much.
You read the second
And
comment
in
after
return,
the first
we
one.
have taken much from our enemies.
Talking about Square Enix. Oh yeah, talking about Square Enix. About Tomb Raider, especially for a mere $300 million, was such a weird move. Like the Tomb Raider IP is way more valuable than that, but Square Enix just that confident in the new direction of the NFT and all that.
Yeah.
I would not be able to go on.
I wonder if it will be a good move for them. I feel like no.
Thank you.
Are NFTs still doing well? I heard they were tanking.
They're starting to tank, but there's still things like GameStop announced NFTs and other things. It's just
okay.
If you have any
but it's still
business
tanking.
Here, you'd best settle it before we depart.
I'm not going to partake in any of that.
I knew I could count on you.
I feel like it's so
Yuri's up here.
Like not dependable, you know? Just like digital games can be taken away and you can't play them anymore. It gives me that kind of a feeling.
In the goddess.
Like it's not
Sort of.
something
I couldn't recount
tangible.
a single word of scripture for you, but my mother always prayed. I picked up the habit from her. Believe it or not, I'm praying for you too.
Oh, thanks,
For you to
Yuri.
come back safe.
Thanks, buddy. Nickelodeon is getting into NFTs. Tony Hawk got into NFTs. Man, the NFT groups went after the big players. Like they went to the
for a lot of people that don't
celebrities
understand, it's like, hey,
and
let's make money. Yeah.
Exactly. Celebrities, big shots. Anybody with any kind of influence, they're like, let's win over them, and they'll get the masses.
At last.
None of it. I have barely seen any of it materialize though. And that's sort of another hallmark of any NFTs. They promise these big things and then they don't happen.
But I know that is not reasonable. The Empire's time has come. The kingdom is battle-scarred. The alliance is in tatters. People must be terrified.
NFTs
The
are dependent
world
on
is
people buying
crumbling
into the
around them.
scheme. Yeah.
What
Yeah,
we
it
need
doesn't.
now is a mighty leader
It gives me
who
an
can
icky
rebuild
feeling.
Fodlan and rule it as a
Disney
single
wouldn't
nation.
allow it? What? Disney didn't go for it? Wow.
Not having a Drestian emperor.
Bourbon said, I could see NFT technology being used with an online game. Yeah, like, I know I read some interview where they were saying, like in an MMO, people could use NFTs to purchase their
Of course,
in-game
to be
items or
perfectly
something.
honest, I would have much preferred to march
I
against
didn't really
the
read
Empire
it too
at the
intently
head of
because
the
NFTs
Alliance.
do not interest
But
me.
I suppose I
So
have Claude to thank for denying me that satisfaction, don't I?
people investing in NFTs always seemed ridiculous. Yeah, it feels that way. Disney's not surprising? Oh. I guess because it's risky?
No.
Smashmat said, I recall Disney briefly doing NFTs. They even have a Wally NFT, the irony of which apparently was lost on Disney. Really?
We have to get Lady Rhea back. And we have to crush the Empire in the name of Captain Gerald. He's watching over us now, protecting us. I know he is.
Fizzy going back into lurk mode. Thank you again, Fizzy, for the request, and I hope you enjoyed your
No
ice
problem.
cream.
Yeah, I hope so.
You made me want ice cream.
For your safety, I'll do all I can
Here, I'll
to
turn this
survive.
back down just in
But
case.
please,
For what?
please don't
Okay.
die out there,
I
Professor.
felt like it was a little loud.
It might be. I don't know.
Actually, it's probably okay. I think the battles is when it's.
I'm just going around getting everybody's final thoughts.
Rhea will be somewhere
Oh
in the
right,
city.
Disney owns everything. It does feel
Wonder if
that
she
way,
can
doesn't
sense
it?
us coming. The battle will soon be upon us. Let us both be
Ooh,
at our
Eggroll had a
best for
big
what is
red
to come.
float. What is that? What's included in that?
Yeah, I don't know what
Is
that
it big red like this spicy candy?
Doesn't sound great to me, but
At last, it's time
Yeah,
to face the
like
fleeing Emperor, Edelgard.
like cinnamon?
I know that the future of all Fodlan rests on this battle. Nothing else is more important. But for me, this is personal. For Captain Gerald's sake, I'm going to give it all I've got and more.
Gee, the man had mint cookie crumble ice cream. It was yummy. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh my gosh. I actually love mint ice cream, mint chocolate chip and all that. Some people don't like, but I do. It's so refreshing.
I mean, one of my favorite candies is peppermint patties.
I don't like peppermint patties, so that is not my thing. It is way too pepperminty. It's like, I don't know why, I just could never enjoy it. It's almost like it's so sweet it hurts my teeth or something. I don't know. I could never get into them. Eggroll says vanilla ice cream, big red soda. It's strawberry flavored from Dr. Pepper Company. Oh, I've never heard of that.
I have not heard of that. Yeah.
That must be like a different area of the country type of thing. Because I know when I lived in North Carolina, Mountain Dew was like a huge thing, but when I went up north, they didn't really have much Mountain Dew. Thank you so much for the follow.
The winning side musters their forces and attempts
I'll just
to
go with
strike a
diver because
decisive
I don't know if
blow.
that's a. I don't know what that means.
I've heard that term. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if it's appropriate or not. But thank you
Yeah.
so much for the follow, diver.
Neither side will give.
Echo says we have it in the south. I've never heard of it though. Let's see. Sneskov says, have you played any Persona since the Persona 5 streams from 2 years ago? No. I guess not, no. I did help Derek translate a little bit of Strikers when it first came out in Japan.
I was born in Enbarr.
But
My mother
basically
and
we
father
got to
met
the
in the
Alice
church
character
there.
and that's all I've seen.
Not too long after, I was brought into
And that's
the
like
world.
really early on.
I do
She
not
was born in
understand
Enbarr.
how war can happen in such a precious place. It
Oh,
is
it's a
most
precious
regrettable.
place.
Well, it's because she was born there.
Oh, I thought maybe it looked very like fairy tale-ish, you know? Very,
I mean, it's older
very
than
beautiful.
the Empire itself, so.
Daniel said, did anyone try the Mario Party Kirby or Animal Crossing ice cream?
We
We
tried all of
did!
them.
I actually filmed it. I'm hoping I can make a little vlog out of it. It might be late though because I got a lot going on right now, but
That's
it
how
was
you
good.
build bonds, right? And I've got friends, Professor.
I
we
liked
enjoyed
the
them.
Mario Party one the best.
I like the Kirby one the
seems to have
best.
passed me by.
But they're all really good.
Sneskov says, I hope we return to the series someday. Your streams were so much fun. Oh, I'm so
But
glad.
where is my true
so
love
glad to
be
hear that.
found? Where is my ray of hope? At this point, I'm just hoping you stay single too.
Huh?
Then at least we can
Oh.
share each other's misery.
Uh-huh. Well, that ain't gonna happen. Sorry, Manuela. Peppermint Patty is a candy? I thought it was a Peanuts character.
I mean, both.
Thank you.
Caddy says, I don't like peppermint patties either, but now I like the taste of peppermint. Yeah, see, I'm that way too. Although pure peppermint, that's really strong, I don't like that very much either. If it's like super overpowering.
Oh, Mary's here.
Mary's here!
Thank you so much.
Oh, hi, Mary. The Kirby one definitely sounds the best. I have to find time to get... yes, go get it. It's so
I'm
good.
pretty
Kirby
sure-
was like my favorite until I had a little bit more of the Mario Party, and the cake batter just won me over. But I love the strawberry.
Kai's favorite was definitely Animal Crossing, but it's chocolate.
Well, he didn't really try the others because the
I tried
closest
to-
one to
I
him.
tried to give him his.
I know, but he wanted the one that was
chocolate.
closest to him because we got 3
war is
of the little
careening
teeny tiny
headfirst toward its
sizes so we
grand
could try
finale.
them.
Do me
And
a
Kai,
favor
I
and
think,
get through this
assumed
mess
that the one
alive,
next to him was just
okay?
for him.
After the dust settles,
I guess so.
maybe I'll go on to guard
And he was like,
other
give me more of
entrances in
that.
other parts of the world.
But he also
dreamer,
really
my
likes
friend.
banana and has
Always
banana in
have
it.
been.
Homecoming hero with a highlighted message. Hello, hope you two are well. Super busy with art projects and such. Also seeing someone. We are just friends for now, but she has feelings for me and I have feelings for her. So what's new with you two? That sounds awesome.
There you go.
Sounds like a mutual awesomeness and congrats and good luck with all your projects. I got a ton of projects going on myself as well.
Edelgard's true motives elude me.
OG the man.
If
Oh,
only I still had
banana.
noble connections
That's all
to
I can
draw
see when I
on.
read that or
The
hear.
loss of
I
my
mean.
house has proven to be a thorn in my side again and again.
Only 2 more people to
Chocolate
talk to,
covered
and then
bananas.
just.
Oh, yes, it's so good. I don't think Derek had had chocolate covered bananas before then either.
Nope.
I used to have probably the worst snack in the world when I was in college, and that was Nutella on a banana.
no
It
idea
was
what
so
to do
good.
afterwards, though.
Wow.
But
I
that's
guess
like
I'll
a
cross that
lot of
bridge
sugar.
when I come to it.
I didn't actually eat the whole
I
banana
will.
usually because it's just
Though
a lot
you
of
already
sugar,
seem
but
to know what
man,
you're
it was
going to
good.
do. Which is what, exactly?
That was like
Actually,
my
don't tell me your plans
once a
just
week
yet.
special
Let's
dessert I
revisit
would
this
have.
topic when the war
my
has drawn to a
splurge.
close.
I like all ice cream.
Wow.
Yeah,
We're getting
you
along a lot
prefer
better with the
ice cream to
Kingdom soldiers
cake, right?
recently.
I
Everyone's
prefer
in
pies to
higher
cake.
spirits.
But what about ice cream?
Well, ice cream just goes with everything. Everything. Ice
I
cream
know,
goes
but
cakes.
if
Ice
you
cream.
if there was a cake and an ice cream, but you could not combine them, and you had to just pick one.
Ice cream.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
When they first got here, some of them were aggressive toward us, even abusive.
Oh,
All that's
gosh.
changed now. They've been courteous with us. Generous, even. That's nice to see.
Controversial opinion, Nutella's kind of meh. No, it's not that controversial. My daughter, unfortunately, cannot eat it at all because she is very allergic to hazelnut. We actually found out she was allergic to hazelnut because of Nutella, which was kind of scary, but... Which do you prefer, butterscotch or cinnamon? Butterscotch, 100% easy choice for me there. Love butterscotch. Especially those little butterscotch morsels, the little like chocolate looking things. They're so good. And butterscotch cookies.
I don't have butterscotch too often now.
It's so good. There was a lot of that in Australia when I lived there. There was a lot of desserts that had like a butterscotch vibe to it. So good. And whenever I read Harry Potter for the first time and they were talking about butterbeer, in my mind I always imagined that it tasted like butterscotch as a drink.
All right, Linhardt and Petra.
Petra, would you pause a moment?
Yes? Are you wanting something?
I was observing your spear work, and I wonder if you don't think your transitions are
Oh,
slow.
wow.
The way you move your arm before a strong thrust hinders your movement and slows your spear on its way back. It leaves a rather large
I mean, it's
opening.
very useful.
Which arm? My left or
Ooh,
right?
she's very
think
interested in
right.
this.
No, actually, it's both. It's something about the way you move your elbows.
She's got to
I'm
tell.
not understanding. Can you show me, please?
Demonstrate? No, I'd hate to get sweat all over my book.
But I must correct this. Please. Or are you unable to do, and you can only teach?
Oh, that might get him.
Than a practitioner. I advise and you implement.
Oh, he
Very
won't do
simple.
it. Okay.
Of course.
Then, please advise again.
It's all quite simple. Sometimes you make a big stab downwards, right? Before that, you lift up. At that point, you sort of let the tension go and stop. It ruins the momentum of the stab.
How can I be lifting up with no unnecessary moving?
It's the arm movement that's extraneous. Calculate the locus of the spear and the elasticity of the muscles.
Locus?
She's like, oh no, I don't know these words.
Can you not just be showing me? Please. If you are showing me, I will learn it with quickness.
Oh, I feel her pain trying to learn a new language and someone's
You're a
using
smart one,
very
Petra.
precise
You'll sort it
words that you don't know.
Besides, I need to go now.
No,
I have
Linhardt,
a
how
prior
could
appointment.
you? How could you offer such good critique and not help
Linhardt only
follow
likes
through?
talking. It is on myself to prevail.
Pretty much, Petra.
Oh, that is heartbreaking. Alpha says, if you had ice cream and cake and could not combine them, then I would attack whoever is not allowing me to combine them.
There
The
you are,
fools!
Lysithea.
And then Mary
I've been
said,
looking
depends
for
on the
you.
cake, ice cream
So,
pie.
I
I'd pick
have
a good
a
apple
hypothesis
pie over
about your
chocolate cake
crest.
any day, but I'd pick Italian cream cake over almost anything else.
I don't
That
know
sounds
if I've had-
fantastic,
I
and
don't
I've
know if
never
I've
had
ever
that.
Yeah.
If it was like the best version of any dessert, I think I would choose creme brulee because I love creme brulee. I also love cookie, and then I think the order would be creme brulee, like the best creme brulee, the best cookie, the best cake, and then the best ice cream. That would be my top dessert order.
All right, you ready for more Lysithea backstory potentially with Linhardt?
Hold on, Mary also said C for could have demonstrated, you jerk. I thought that was great. Okay, anyway.
I know you're the one who sent me that anonymous letter.
How does she know?
There are things we
Oh
must
yeah, that's
discuss.
definitely, that sounds like him.
It sounded like some bizarre love letter.
What? No, of course not. However, I wonder what you would have done if it was.
Now I'm just confused and grossed out.
Grossed out?
I'm sorry, but that is
She
not
doesn't
the
find him-
overall topic of discussion.
Yeah, attractive.
Do pay attention.
Pay attention to you? As though anything you
Is
say
this their
is
first
worth
one? This is kind
listening
of...
to.
No, this is the B. Because the
Oh,
first one
this
was
is
him
the fall
figuring out that
down.
she
Not
has
like
two
you can tell me
crests.
anything I don't already know.
You don't have a very positive opinion of your crests,
No, she does
do you?
not.
That's why you should listen to me. I've dug through all my books, and there's no record of anyone being born with two crests.
Well, maybe she wasn't born with
You
them.
are, to be blunt, an impossible occurrence. For you to have a second crest, it must have been forcibly implanted after
Didn't
birth.
she say that though? Didn't she?
Not to
Is
him.
that your theory then?
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is. To further the theory, if the power exists to implant a crest, then it must be possible to remove one too. And that is the real issue at hand.
I didn't even think about that angle.
I could have one removed?
That's what Hanneman is working on understanding.
Oh.
I'm helping him with it.
Professor Hanneman.
Based on your reaction, it seems you want one of your crests removed.
I don't think I'd give up having 2 crests if I were you.
Why?
Is that so? Even if you've gone through horrifying experiments,
trauma,
endless trauma, and if you knew that all this pain meant you die very, very young, that's what you think?
I wonder if removing it could extend your life then.
You're completely lacking in empathy, so of course you would make such a crass and foolish assumption.
Hopefully he learned from that. I know. Yeah. Jeez. Also, Smash Matt said, follow-up question. I think it was Smash Matt. Yeah. Follow-up question. You do not dislike cinnamon, do you? I know your preference, but you would not turn your nose up if you saw cinnamon on your plate, would you? No, I do love cinnamon. Cinnamon is also very yummy. Like cinnamon cookie on a snickerdoodle, for example. Very good. Cinnamon in allspice and all that kind of thing. Yum, yum, yum. Although I haven't had it since my smell got all messed up from COVID, so I wonder if I could taste it properly now.
Because see if I can manage to get
the only smell that's actually come back normal for me so far is there was a sprig of fresh rosemary that Derek was cutting up for dinner once, and I almost screamed because I was like, "Oh my gosh, that smells like rosemary!" Because everything does not smell right to me. Like, it has a smell, but everything is different and wonky and weird smelling, like never before. You know, like something that I definitely knew the smell before now does not smell anything like it used to. But that rosemary smelled almost exactly like rosemary, and it gave me so much hope, so much joy that I can actually maybe get my smell back. I hope. I hope that will happen.
Eating food always fires me up. I did not expect much from the diner.
Ooh, Daniel said, you reminded me I still have a little snickerdoodle cookie ice cream left over. Oh, so lucky. Snickerdoodle ice cream is yummy. So good. There's also, if you like snickerdoodle ice cream, you might like cinnamon bun ice cream as well. They're kind of similar, but both very, very good. More time to eat.
I'm just trying to
get through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get some of the important ones that you want, but not worry about too much.
He said, I would try it. Wait, fried ice cream? I've heard of this. I've never had it, though.
It's very
Is
good.
it like a batter on the outside?
Yeah, pretty much.
This sounds like something Mary could make. I wish Mary still lived here so we could try fried ice cream. I know she could conquer this challenge. Will you play Fire Emblem 3 Hopes? I definitely am going to play. I don't know if it'll be streamed, but I will be trying it. Whenever Derek gets it, which I don't know when that will be, but I will play it. It'll probably be after Xenoblade 3.
And there's even more coming out of that, because I love to try out Soul Hackers 2, but I don't know when that's going to happen.
Mary said, fried ice cream is a bit tricky, but it's doable. I can teach you.
It's probably best to just go to a fair.
Really? I don't know. We could probably make it better at home. Like, healthier?
There's no healthy in that. There is no healthy in that.
Okay.
My
Oh no, what reference went over my head, Smash Matt? The alright, good to know reference? Oh, for the cinnamon? Oh, it must be an Undertale reference. Is there cinnamon?
I think there is cinnamon. Yeah, there is cinnamon.
Oh man, I'll have to go check out cinnamon references now. Add veggies, that'll make it healthier. There we go. We'll have fried ice cream with vegetables. Sounds delicious.
Yum.
Butterscotch cinnamon pie. Is that the reference, or is that something else? Because it does sound good. Wait, that's a reference?
Yeah, that's a thing that's in. That's a food that's in.
That's in Undertale.
Yeah.
It sounds good. I would totally have some of that. Some restaurants have it. I think it's a Mexican thing. Ooh, interesting. Oh, it requires prep work. Okay. And you probably have to eat it quickly, I assume, because it'll get soggy as it melts. Toriel makes butterscotch cinnamon pie. Oh, Toriel. I love Toriel. She's so sweet. Why does she make you fight her, though? Like,
because if you're not strong enough to beat her, then
I know, but you
her?
can kill her by accident.
Hey.
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
Or not. Maybe not. I don't know. Someone told me that they were really sad because they killed her, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. I remember getting fried ice cream at Chi-Chi's as a kid. Oh, is there a Chi-Chi's around here? I've never seen one. There probably is not. Have you ever been to a place called Chi-Chi's?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen.
Something appears to be wrong with my throat.
Singing is
There's
so
a
much
lot
fun.
going on with Toriel.
Everyone should enjoy themselves while they're doing it.
Sure, fried ice cream is at our state fair. We have a lot of fried weirdness in Texas. I have had a fried Oreo. Back when I lived in North Carolina, there was a state fair there when I went to college. And I did have that. I think it was good. They also had like fried pickles, which I don't like pickles, so I did not have that. But I imagine that would be good. Because I really like fried stuffed jalapeno pepper. There's like, imagine a nice cooked jalapeno pepper that's hollowed out with cheese inside and then the whole thing fried. It was really good.
But still.
Smash says, you're just gonna have to play Undertale when I request it. Genocide playthrough is definitely brutal. Oh gosh. Wait, Chi-Chi's doesn't exist anymore?
But still.
Oh. It went out of business due to health issues.
What's
oh gosh.
What's that?
The brand still exists on store shelves. Interesting. Maybe that's where I saw the name then.
Thanks for this.
I don't think they really have a lot of fairs around here. They have a carnival. It might be the same thing. But it looks so, like, ramshackly put together that I've always been too nervous to go. It just looks like it's gonna fall apart, you know? Like the rides.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They've never really appealed to me because there's a big crowd, the scary looking rides, and I don't know, hard parking. Totally calls out gamers for doing what they consider normal. Yeah. Yep. There's like 10 Mexican places near me. There's a lot of Mexican places around here, but not a Chi-Chi's.
Oh wow, I missed Petra and Cyril.
But now we should check out some and see if they have fried ice cream. I haven't seen it before.
Whenever I think
at least
about
to
how we'll
my
be seeing
favorite
Lady Rhea real
Mexican
soon,
restaurant around
I get
here.
happy and really get cleaning. We'll get there for sure, right? We'll see her again? I just gotta believe Lady Rhea is waiting for us in the capital. We just have to find her.
Yes, we do, because I need my answers answered. Questions answered. I need my answers. I need my questions answered. I want this story to wrap up nicely. If it leaves it hanging, so I have to play the other ones, I will be so sad.
No, you get the basics. I think.
5 years ago, Edelgard said a thing to me. Bridget is a vassal of the Empire. But she also said I always have the freedom.
Mary just texted me
to be
a
choosing
little bit
whether
about
I'm
how to
with
make
or not
fried
with
ice
her.
cream.
Oh.
I will become the ruler of Bridget. So she said I must make my own path. So now, my path and her path will be colliding.
Oh, right. I'm glad you're with us, Petra. But sorry for the emotional turmoil. Wait, Mary, what is a fried plucker? What is that?
I have no idea what that is.
Thanks, Professor.
We need both our questions answered, or answers answered. Oh, Pluckers is a restaurant here. Okay.
Thanks, Professor.
Oh, hi, Callie.
Thanks, Professor.
How are you?
Thanks, Professor.
You want to say hi to the chat?
Thanks.
Oh, they have fried Oreos on the menu? I liked the fried Oreo. It was good. Hi, Callie. Come here. She's being very demanding of pets. She's like, give me some pets, please. Oh my gosh, their slogan is, if you don't like the wings, we'll give you the bird.
Alright then.
Oh no, Minato says, speaking of Nuzlocke, I cringed inside when Derek called X items useless. Dun dun dun.
I mean, I guess they could be useful, but in general, I do not use them.
Oh, Smash Mouth, those emotes are so cute. Whose emotes are those?
Lady Rhea's not waiting for me.
That's Barry's emote? Man, Barry has some great emotes.
I'll take it.
Cat Evie sells all the X items.
That's what I typically do if I need some extra money. I mean, they can be useful, but I just don't.
Is that the one that permanently increases or just for the battle?
Oh, it's just for the
I'll
battle.
take it.
Yeah, I guess I could see that then.
It's basically the same as, like, it's just a method of getting your defense up or speed up. Or
yeah, but with an item instead of a move. Actually, in that
But
case...
it also, because of my rules, it counts.
Oh, right.
I'd be using that in place of a healing
Yeah.
item. Per my rules for Nuzlocks, it would not be, it'd be a terrible thing to use.
Jewelry Jelly said, please pet Kitty for me. I will see you all later. Thanks so much for hanging out, Jewelry Jelly. Really, really appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful night.
Okay, hello.
Oh, Callie just jumped up to the microphone. She's actually pushing on the microphone, so you might be able to hear her making microphone squeaky sounds. Callie, what are you up to? Uh-oh, don't stand on the keyboard, though.
Please get her down.
Uh-oh, come here, girl.
I know how she bats at things, so...
She's going for Vivi. Come here. Come here. Please don't unplug the microphone. All right. Come here. Oh my gosh.
The TV or the monitor.
Okay, Callie. Whoa. She just ripped my shirt.
She does not like being picked
I was
up.
trying to get her to meow.
Oh, sorry. I know how she...
Or purr.
If she doesn't like
preferably
to be
purr.
up there, she will...
Yeah.
Just...
But she just went all over the mic. She was like nuzzling the mic. It was so cute. Mary said, no, leave Vivi alone. I know, Vivi has to deal with enough, okay?
Yeah, seriously.
Leave poor Vivi. Keyboard cat. Cat sabotage. Yes, for real. Dun, dun.
I appreciate.
Come on. Wanna see the next story portion?
Congratulations.
Here we go.
I have successfully gotten you every A rank with every character that you've recruited.
Gosh. That is fantastic. I bow down to you, Derek. That is... I did not think we could do that. That is... wow.
Hey, Shamir.
That's
Your
pretty
archery
awesome.
skills were amazing the other day. I couldn't believe it when you hit all those bullseyes.
Now
Not
to
a
see
single
who ends up
miss.
together, naturally.
It was nothing.
No way, it was incredible. You were incredible. You gotta teach me how to shoot.
Maybe.
That sounds like a yes to me. Are you free tomorrow?
Maybe. No promises, though.
Come on, Shamir, don't be like that. Wait, is this because you don't think I'm good enough? Oh, that can't be it.
It's nothing personal. As someone born in Dagda, I'm not very fond of the Empire.
Dagda? Where is... Oh, you mean where they had that war with the Empire a few years back? The
Wait, how does
country west
Caspar
of
not
Verdant.
know more about that?
He's kind of dumb.
Across the ocean?
Derek.
That Dagda?
No.
That Dagda. But that is behind
he's
Maybe he just has a poor
I
memory.
understand why you'd hate the Empire so much, though. My father was a major general in that war. He led an entire army. If I were you, I definitely wouldn't want to train the son of someone who killed all those Dagdans.
You misunderstand. I harbor no ill will toward your generation.
Huh? Well, then what does this have to do with you teaching me how to shoot?
I simply have other commitments. I don't have the time to teach everyone, so I can't make any promises.
That's your reason? You're just too busy? I thought you hated me.
I think he's relieved.
I guess I had nothing to worry about.
Base Flipper said, well, yeah, Caspar is kind of dumb.
Good night, Mary.
Good night, Mary. Thank you so much for hanging out. That was a really nice surprise. Sleep well. Earn good grades. Yeah, Derek got a straight A's.
Wow, Petra and Cyril.
Cyril, you are
Is he
always
the type
having
of
great
person who
passion
reads
and hard
Find
work.
X and circles
You give
it?
inspiration.
Oh my gosh.
The first time I saw that, it made me laugh
doing
because
my
I
job.
never, ever thought to do that
I don't think I have either.
in those kind of questions.
Yeah.
There is no need for
I know,
showing
I've never thought
humility.
to do that.
You work with hardness. I mean, you work hard. It makes me have curiosity.
I think my
Can you
teachers
tell me
mostly
what
use
plans you
solve
hold
for
for the
X
future?
anyway. I don't think they said
The
find
future?
X.
I don't know anything about the future, but I'm kind of busy, so can we talk later?
I have had the learning that you are from Elmira.
Apparently Daichi?
Everyone
Who was
has the
Daichi?
saying that it may
The
have
voice actor for Caspar
may
and
be hard to move on in the
Lorenz
church for you.
is the voice actor for Daichi and Marco.
Okay.
But even with that, you always have passion and work with hardness. What fills you with determination?
Apparently, if you talk to
I work
someone
because I work.
that you have
It's
an A
what I
rank
do
with
here.
in tea time, they'll have different lines when you observe them
Yeah.
after getting the questions right.
And,
Oh.
you know, I really want to make myself useful to Lady Rhea, so I can repay the big debt I owe her. Lady Rhea gave me a home when I didn't have one.
I
Man,
understand
he-
the feeling of need for
He must
repaying
think
debts.
that debt is like his whole life because he
But
is
does it give you
devoted to
difficulty
Lady Rhea.
Being a great distance from your home for so much time?
Elmira's just where I was born. It's not like I've got family there. If you love your homeland and want to go back,
Good night,
then that's
Cat
nice,
Evie.
but
Good night.
it's not a thing I want to do.
Thanks so much
I
for
like
being
where I
here.
am. The best future I can think of is if things stayed like this forever.
Callie
Yes,
said
I
goodbye
have
too. She
understanding.
meowed.
You and I have similarities. But at the similar time, we have differences.
Maybe.
She,
Hey, I still
Callie
got a
is
lot of
trying
work.
desperately to
Better
get into
get to
Derek's
it.
closet.
Cyril does not want to speak about his land of home? It gives me curiosity.
It gives me curiosity too, Petra.
But not that much.
No, but it is curious. Who's next?
All A ranks for you. Cyril,
Wow.
Catherine, Hanneman, Lorenz, and Caspar.
That is so awesome. Renato says that's what fills him with determination. That I know that reference. I at least know that one.
All right, first up, Lorenz.
Oh, Space Jam 2 was a thing last year. That's right. I love the first one. That was one of my favorites as a kid.
Well
it was
met,
actually the
Professor.
first
I trust that you have
CD.
not had any
That
complaints
soundtrack
about
was the
me
first
lately.
CD I ever got. Thankfully, no.
Good. Please accept my most sincere apology for any
He's like, oh, good.
misconduct
She
I have
didn't
caused
catch
you.
me.
Yeah, same voice actor as
I've
Caspar.
decided that it would be inappropriate for me to
Oh,
continue
yeah,
my search
now
for
I
a
hear
spouse
it.
while we are at war. I expect that means you will not be receiving any more complaints. I hope that puts
Wow.
you more
I
at
would not
ease.
have picked that out if you didn't tell
Actually,
me.
The introspection I've gained setting aside my search has motivated me to amend my conduct.
Ooh. I want to say finally admitting your conduct was a problem.
Not the phrasing I'd choose, but you're not wrong. Selfishly pursuing my own desires caused me to behave inconsiderately. For instance, it was arrogant and rude to invite ladies to dine with me purely to evaluate them.
Yeah. That's
Our
kind of
experiences in
strange.
battle have also given me cause to doubt certain preconceptions I once held. Previously, I had considered it a requirement for my future spouse to come from a noble
Oh, yeah,
line.
that's right.
I once thought that commoners lacked the power to influence the wider world, as history might suggest. To find a commoner who made a real impact, one has to look all the way back to Nemesis.
Nemesis. I remember
That was my
Nemesis.
belief, at any rate. But I realized that I've actually had an influential commoner right in front of me
us?
all along.
Who?
Don't you see? I'm referring to you.
I knew he was
You may
talking
wield
about
the
us.
power of a crest, but you are so much more than just that. You have managed
So,
to charm
does that mean
everyone
she's not
around
a
you,
commoner
to
then?
compel them to trust and
No,
follow
I
you.
think you. Well, that's hard.
I mean,
don't
she
know.
has a
Though
crest.
you may not realize it, That is
And
no
she's
mean feat.
also like
It
the
is
youngest
altering the course
professor
of
ever,
history in
and
Faubourg.
Geralt's daughter, and
Your
Rhea
example puts
handpicked
my
her.
prior beliefs
So
to
I
shame.
don't know if she's really a commoner, Lorenz. Don't know about that. I guess nothing. Sure,
It doesn't
we'll
matter.
go with that.
Appreciate
It's
the kind
Lorenz.
words.
It doesn't matter.
I have always sought to embody the ideal of nobility.
Oh, she's not related
That,
to any
at least,
noble
is a goal
house.
I continue to stand by. But
Despite
now I
housing
know that
God in her
bloodline
head.
alone is not sufficient to gauge a person's worth. I've learned much of this from you. You are humble and open-minded, despite your power and skill. That is why I, at least, find you so charismatic. Perhaps that is the wrong way to say it. What I mean is that you set an admirable example. I can only hope someday to be your equal.
I still feel like he's kind
course,
of talking
you had
down
better
to
keep
us
an
in,
eye on
in a
me.
way.
Yeah, he just has
I
that
can
air about
achieve
him.
anything I set out to do.
Square up. I'm sorry, you still not impressed me.
For I am none other
I
than
was
the
wondering if
handsome
Lass was
and
still here.
talented Lawrence.
Because
But
she
hey,
can
you
see,
got your A rank.
Yeah, she can see Lawrence, because I was always saying Lorenz before, but you can see Lawrence got the A rank there. Woohoo! Also, Eggroll said Space Jam knows what it is and leans into the cheese. Tried to be serious. Yeah.
Try to be serious.
I enjoyed 2, though. I had a good time with it. I think I still prefer 1, but I really like Michael Jordan. I actually went to the school he went to.
That's true.
But, yeah, I don't know. I just liked Michael Jordan. I thought he was cool.
Catherine.
But that's also when I was a kid. So maybe it's different watching a movie when you're a kid versus when you're an adult.
It's been a while since I had such a close call. If not for you, Professor, I wouldn't have made it.
I didn't go to
Didn't
school
expect
with
to be
him, by the
ambushed in
way.
a simple
I was
scouting mission.
after him. He is definitely older than me, just to clear that up. We were not in school together.
All right, which one do you want to say?
Are you hurt? We'll go the nice route.
You should be asking about the mission, not about me. I have to ask, Professor, what brought you here?
I had a premonition.
So you came to protect me. I'm beginning to understand why your allies love you. These are selfish times. One doesn't expect to encounter selflessness. You're kind. In that respect, I'd say you're much like Lady Rhea.
You think Lady Rhea is kind?
Of course. It's thanks to her kindness that I'm here today. I was an outlaw in Fargus. She took me in and let me live here.
You were an outlaw?
Didn't I tell you?
I did have my suspicions
I was born
about
into
her at
House
the beginning.
Karen in Fargus. They used to call me Thunderstrike Cassandra. I was implicated in a plot to kill the king.
Wow.
It was a totally false accusation, of course. I had to flee the kingdom, and the Archbishop took me in.
Like the thing that happened to Dimitri's
I
dad?
think
That
something-
one?
I think something even before that.
Oh. Why did you come to the monastery?
I used to be a student at the academy, so I knew I'd be safe here.
Hmm.
Lady Rhea saved me once when I was a student, you know.
Wow.
I don't really remember what happened. I was badly injured and near death.
Oh gosh.
Lady Rhea took care of me. She didn't mind getting dirty. She took my muddied, bloodied body into her arms. Since then, Lady Rhea has been my inspiration.
There's
I
a
will
lot of
always serve her,
super Lady Rhea
protect her,
fans.
love her. For some reason, when I think about Lady Rhea, your face comes to mind. You've become an important presence in my life.
I wonder if that's a meaningful comment or not. I'm honored.
I wasn't expecting you to have a positive response. I'm not thrilled about it personally.
What?
I am still going to keep my eye on you.
Not thrilled about
Not
it.
so I can report
No,
to
but
Lady
she
Rhea,
wants Lady
though.
Rhea.
Oh.
Just because I want to.
All the super fans really want Lady Rhea and want us out of the way. Snezkov says, Rhea is so kind. That's why I have issues with story decisions in Three Hopes. Aww. Yeah. It's rough when you got a nice character, but they're, the story goes places you didn't expect.
Oh boy, A rank Cyril.
Wait, hold on a second. The Foss says ever since Michael Jackson's Jam music video, it's where he collaborates with Michael Jordan. That's cool. And no, I haven't seen it, but I will after this. That sounds cool because I also like Michael Jackson's music. Not all of it, I guess, but I do have some favorites.
Yep, noticed you have been too. Seems like it's been a real rough day for just about everybody, huh?
Yep, pretty
I've been
much.
so busy I still haven't eaten.
Is that a scar on his
I hope
nose,
there's
or is
still
that
food left.
shading?
I think it's shading.
Candy or meat?
Probably
Meat?
whatever.
I don't know what he likes.
How come you're carrying that around?
I know, right?
Whatever. I'm hungry.
We're just gonna say it's like
When you're
jerky
hungry
or
enough,
something
just
that's
about anything
won't
tastes
rot
good.
when you're just
Yeah.
carrying it around.
I just imagine it like the
What
anime
a
bone,
day.
like meat on a
Oh
bone.
gosh, like a turkey
I
leg
need a
randomly.
nap, but I still gotta get the dining hall cleaned up.
You shouldn't push yourself too hard.
Professor, that's funny. You push yourself harder than anybody else. You make me look lazy. Besides, I don't even break a sweat doing this stuff. The day Lady Rhea comes home, I want her to see
Boy,
the
there is
monastery
just
the way
nothing
it
to
was
his
5 years
character.
ago. That's why I do all this stuff. For her.
Like seriously, we've gotten no insight into his character.
No, other than he
I'd
was
do more than I
saved
do
by
now if
Rhea,
there
like,
were hours in
you
the
know,
day.
taken in
But I can't go
by
without
Rhea, and that
sleep.
he's a super fan of
Tried
Rhea.
once. You must
And that
have
he's
to
like
be
got
weird,
this
huh,
massive
Professor?
debt in his
I'm
mind
always
to
on
pay
about
back
Lady
to her.
Rhea, and I'm not even from Fodlan. I bet most people around here think I'm kind of weird.
Yes.
But I'm real grateful for everything Lady Rhea's done for me.
It's noble of you to show such gratitude.
That's nice of you to say. Real nice. Thanks, Professor.
That almost sounded
It's
sarcastic.
good to know you
I
like
know.
me. It helps me feel even more at home. I've heard people say that good folks have a heart of gold. Not real gold, I mean. Just they always care about everybody else. Even got
Not
Lady
real
Rhea is
gold.
incredible. But I figure you're just the same, Professor.
I wonder if anyone took him
I
literally.
guess I
And they're
gotta
like,
give
"What do you
in and get
mean?
some sleep.
I don't have
I'll
a
get up
golden
extra
heart."
early to make up for it. Good night, Professor.
Snezcott says, "LOL, Derek roasting their writing."
Wow,
Minato says,
I
"For
was
some
like-
reason, it didn't occur to me when you said all A supporter included Cyril."
I mean, I thought like maybe we get something out of Cyril from doing all of this stuff like that, but no, not a thing. That was sad.
Time Sage says, "I'm reminded of a mobile game I play. At one point, an ally NPC finds and adopts a dog, and you're
Do you
given the
have a minute,
choice of
Professor?
offering it an onion
gotta
or
talk to you.
chocolate. Regardless of which you pick, you're yelled at for
I've been
being
thinking
dumb.
a
And if
lot
you pick
about
the
those
onion,
brigands
you
with
get
the
asked why you
scorpion
even have
tattoos.
that."
And I
Wow.
realized something.
Ready, Amy?
Hold on, let me just catch up with the chat real quick. His support with Sedith is the best. Look into his character, which isn't much. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see.
Wow, the support's kind of stuck in general. Yeah, it's just kind of a general
Yeah,
overview.
but because she doesn't have like a whole lot of personality.
And that's
so
what Three Hopes does well, is that they actually allow
Yeah.
Shez to talk.
The joke is chocolate and onions are toxic to dogs. Yeah, that's why both of those are bad. I look at Cyril and think, yeah, that's a character.
Yep.
Oh, Daniel. Why do we even have that level? I mean, leveler.
Oh my god.
I'm getting tired.
I can tell. Here, you're listening
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Caspar.
okay, here we go, here we go.
I am trying to get to that.
I know.
that
I'm sorry. I just like talking with my buddies.
I know.
Okay. Let's hear it.
You can completely
Okay.
focus on them after this point. after
No,
we get,
we're good. It's fine.
I think I can't deny who I am.
Thank you, Derek, for
I
keeping
know
me
you were
on
right
track.
5 years ago when you told me not to chase after that suspicious guy.
Oh, yeah.
But I still can't get over the possibility that he might have hurt those kids. I would have regretted not stopping him for the rest of my life.
I totally understand
There's no way I
where
could
he's
forgive
coming
myself.
from.
It sounds awful to say, but the safety of those kids is more important to me than the knights we lost. I'm sorry, Professor, but I can't promise that I won't disobey your orders in the future.
Did not think it would go this direction. Let's go with... That's my job to take that into account. We'll go with that.
I know. It's too big a risk to keep me around. I
Oh,
won't cause
that's
a
not
fuss.
really what I meant, but...
I'll just pack my bags and...
Oh, he was expecting
Wait,
us to...
What?
Dismiss him.
Yeah. I think you misunderstood.
I guess so. You're really okay with me sticking around? Even if I might not always follow orders? People could get hurt if you let me keep doing things my way.
He's admitting. We'll make it work.
Just like that? I almost can't believe it. I really struggled to come to this decision, you know? I want to stand by your side, but I won't stop standing up for what I believe in. I know I might cause trouble for everyone, but I just... You know, I give up. I've got nothing else to say. I should have just kept my mouth shut.
It's okay, I'm counting on you.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Professor. Thanks for accepting me for who I am.
Aww.
I'm glad I get to keep fighting by your side.
Caspar, you're trying at least. Yeah. A support, that wasn't too bad.
No.
Who else we got? We got
Last
somebody
one,
up there.
I believe is Hanneman.
Oh, Hanneman.
Hey.
Hanneman. Hanneman. I'm so used to the gates being able to, like, in Final Fantasy XIV, you can just run through them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like before the animation starts,
Professor.
you can still go through them. There's no slowdown.
Which means that there are some elements of your power that cannot be explained by current theory.
Fascinating.
Although this may lead to a discovery that alters the very fabric of Crest research.
She's like...
Pardon me, Professor. I became lost in thought, and I do tend to ramble.
I can
suggest
understand.
we
I do
call
that
it a
too
day.
sometimes.
Do you concur?
Ooh, we can actually say I'm getting tired. We'll just go with I'm fine to keep talking though. That's fine. Because I want to know more.
No, you mustn't push yourself too hard. When you are not in battle, you are so often here
Not
with
really.
me.
I feel like we're
get
near the
so
least amount.
energized speaking with you. Well, I must remember to pull my head out of the clouds. That said, perhaps we should discuss things unrelated to crests from time to time.
That
Some
might be
sort of
nice.
silly, lighthearted topic might be nice.
Let's see what he picks. Do you have one in mind?
I'm not especially skilled at small talk, alas.
Let's see what he
Let
comes
me
up
see.
with.
Perhaps we should discuss... I know. Food. Not my strong suit, the culinary arts, but I do enjoy a good meal.
Oh, same for
Which
me.
kind of food do you prefer, Professor? Sweet or spicy?
Between those two, probably sweet.
Same as
I like
myself.
savory better though.
Yes, indeed. Oh, now my stomach is growling. An old colleague of mine theorized that those who bear crests favor sweet flavors over spicy. She suggested that the crest exerts some manner of influence.
He's got
over...
back to crest real quick.
Oh, there I go again. How embarrassing. We were supposed to be avoiding talk of crests, weren't we?
Yeah, that's alright. I knew you
Terrible
couldn't last
habit
long.
of mine, finding a way to turn any conversation towards crests. I really should find a way to stop.
Maybe he could be a dentist. Crest toothpaste.
Oh my god.
It's okay.
That is kind of you, Professor, but it's all right. If you were to lose your patience with me, it could have an incalculable impact on my research. That sort of thing has happened in the past, you know. Back when I was still in the Empire.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was
At
in
first,
the Empire too.
any lady I was spending time with would titter and
What
say
does
she
titter
didn't
mean?
mind if I talked about
Like
crests.
laugh? Like
a
little
small little. Yeah, exactly.
But at some point, she would always become fed up and stop listening to what I had to say. In the end, invariably, while I was particularly focused on my research, she would write to say we were done. I will do everything I can to keep that from happening this time.
I could see that being a little bit tiring when it's only about Crest every single time. Like if you were with someone, they never ever ever showed any interest in you and your interest. Only their Crest interest. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, what's this? Oh, the instructions.
Again, I'm gonna, especially because
I'm
there's no
surprised
A-rank
you didn't
stuff.
go with automatic.
I wanted to double check my group tests.
Oh, okay.
Those two together, and I could go. I don't think there's anything automatic. Actually, we'll do one thing for Dimitri because
Okay.
he's so close with this.
There you go.
And we didn't get it.
Nope. He didn't have enough motivation. And now he's tired from schoolwork. Guess what Hanneman's character gimmick is? As an interesting note, Lysithea is obsessed with sweets. Oh yeah! Good one, author. That is a really good
Wow, I
catch.
actually connected that. Holy crap.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Neato. I like that. Dun 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 dun. It's a party, let's celebrate. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum.
I worked.
2 points away, yeah. We were close. Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Next time.
I'm glad you think so. Would be in trouble if not. Wow, that was a lot of celebration as well. Dun 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 dun. Perfect. Good, 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 good.
Oh well.
I missed the Dr. Claw. Thank you, voice.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
I missed the Dr. Claw voice too. I need to practice it.
Dr. Claw.
Nope.
When Dr. Claw is through with Inspector Gadget, he won't be making brown bricks in Minecraft? What is that? What is that, Smash Bat?
May I be asking?
Oh my gosh. Monado says, raising authority for no reason. I see we've come a long way. Yep. I would have just auto-instructed, honestly.
Great wisdom.
Eggroll says, cheers to Dr. Claw. I'm sure Kai would be terrified. Have I done it to that voice to Kai yet?
Done it.
Oh, I gotta see what happens.
Manuela's birthday.
Thank you so much, Eggroll. Really appreciate that.
Thank you. Cheers.
Oh my gosh.
It's from Mike Matei reviewing Minecraft. I didn't even know Minecraft was a thing with Inspector Gadget. It just has to be seen to be believed. All right, that sounds very interesting.
Well.
All right, let's see how this tea goes. Tea time with Manuela.
Smells lovely.
The way she has her corset thing tied is so strange to me because it's like there should be 2 strings going up to the top, but there's only 1. Like I've actually worn a bustier corset, and you need 2 strings to go up so you can tie them together. And that one just has the 1, so I don't know how she tied it and has 2.
Video game clothes don't always make sense.
And has like 2 strings coming down. All right, whatever. Cute monks, I guess. She likes the dating. Dinner invitation. I'm counting on you. Oh, maybe so. Yeah. Yeah, for the youth.
What should I do to find love, Professor? I don't want to spend my days alone.
Oh no, how do we respond to that? Chat?
Praise?
Chat to praise. Answer? Oh, yeah, praise. That's a good one. All right, I guess it's time to observe.
Professor.
Do we get the extra thing? Is she an A?
Yep. Okay. Remember, everybody's A.
Oh, right. Right. Mike Matei used to collab a lot with James Rolfe. Wait.
Keep it up.
Oh, no. No.
I see you're taken in by my beautiful skin.
Yeah, the skin. That's
it. You keep staring like
thank you for the text box. Appreciate that.
Idea.
That was very useful. Oh my gosh. There we go.
It's good.
Oh my gosh. That threw me off.
Yeah, it did.
Okay then.
Thanks for the treat. Come by the infirmary anytime you need
anything.
Anything, Professor.
Who's the better doctor, Fire Emblem or Persona?
Persona. But that's just me. Okay, anyway, the angry video game nerd, before going out on his own, when James was having a kid with his wife and making the AVGN movie, Mike filled in for him with videos, and one of them was him reviewing Minecraft with Inspector Gadget. Oh, okay, I keep seeing Minecraft earlier. I didn't realize. That must have been a typo then. Looking respectfully. Wait till you get to Persona 4.
Before you know it.
Is that a better doctor?
I
Or
don't know.
is it more
I don't know
lewd?
that. I don't know anything about that.
Oh, right. You did not play that one either.
Pretty good job.
Tai, Takemi, or Fumi, Derek? That's what Eggroll says.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, Fumi.
Or Tay, probably.
Takemi.
Tay.
Takemi's still top.
Which one's Fumi?
The one from
Persona 3?
Yeah.
What does she look like? I don't remember.
She was the one in the Chinese dress.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to look it up. I don't remember.
This works.
Practice is paying off.
This is working out.
This'll help keep me alive.
Okay, I just got your tag in the Discord, Smash Mat. I will show Derek after the stream.
All right.
Move +1. Thanks for pointing that out, Minato.
Yeah, let me take care of that real quick, actually.
Oh no, Daniel says Persona 4's doctor. Oh no. The nurse in Persona 3 is something. Last says you played 4, Derek. No, he has not played 4 yet, but he will. Is that in your list already?
No, actually.
Okay. I know you're going to play it though. At some point. At some time, some point, somewhere, somehow, someone.
Actually, you know what? I think I'll drop HP for
Persona 4 nurse is a bit. Oh my gosh, what is up with this nurse in Persona 4?
Also, we
oh
got
no.
Oh, hey, Dimitri got the A rank with Happi.
Oh, cool.
Happi, I must speak with you. I've realized the woman who held you captive was Cornelia herself.
Oh, yeah. Good on you for figuring it out. You're a little
Wow.
late, though, considering she's dead. How are you feeling about what she said, by the way? You seemed pretty upset at the time. Couldn't have been easy to hear all that stuff about your stepmother and the tragedy of
Yeah,
Dusker.
that was definitely
Whether
world
Cornelia's
shaking.
words prove true or false, any lead is worth following.
This might not be related, but I remembered something else about your
I
stepmother.
got a joke. We'll tell the joke after the
She had a daughter. Her daughter was staying in the kingdom at one point, but Anselma couldn't see her.
Her daughter. Neither my father nor I knew that the Imperial Princess was in Ferdiad at the time.
Oh, that's not what I heard. I heard the king wanted to keep the child away from Anselma, so he hid the fact that their daughter was nearby.
She believed that father hid it from her?
Oh, someone probably.
What could he have gained from such a thing?
Or he actually
No clue.
was. Huh.
Sorry, but I'm the wrong person.
I thought maybe
I think that makes sense to me.
About him
She was seeking
wanting to
asylum
keep him
from
away.
the Empire in the
Yeah,
kingdom.
there's a
Lord
reason
Arundel
Edelgard
was
was being kept
obligated to
separate.
hide the Imperial
Oh.
Princess's whereabouts. If her location had gone public, the Empire would have demanded her return. She would undoubtedly have become a political pawn in the kingdom as well. The decision to hide her was not my father's.
Oh.
I did not realize until much later that the girl I'd met under such strange circumstances was my stepsister.
So then, why did Anselma think it was all your father's doing?
That maybe was
I can only
somebody lying?
speculate, but it seems there was a misunderstanding between her and my father.
Or a misunderstanding, I guess,
Although
yeah.
she was the queen consort, in truth, my father and stepmother were not even allowed the dignity of being alone
Oh,
together.
wow.
And the one who persistently inserted herself between them was their intermediary.
Oh.
Your captor.
But
It was
after she wasn't
Cornelia
herself,
herself.
probably?
Yeah.
She hid it from Anselma.
I believe so.
Oh.
Meanwhile, she may have hidden my stepmother's presence from Lord Arundel as well. If Cornelia caused my stepmother to miss out on seeing them, exhorted her, used her,
Wow.
and also caused the tragedy.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I'm surprised she pulled one over on both of them. She was pretty reckless. But in a way, it
That's
makes
a
sense.
lot.
Yeah, I know.
She loves
Jeez.
causing pain. That's why she used me and discarded me without a second thought.
I fully agree.
I'd like to think she
Countless
was like
people
possessed or
have been
something and that she
subjected to
wasn't
undue
that evil.
I feel like
result
you
of her
probably
behavior.
learned again. For those type of people, that type of behind the scenes stuff, it's definitely golden deer.
That is why
Oh,
I would like
right,
your help
right,
with
right.
something, if that's agreeable to you. You are my only hope.
Time
If you
Sage
put
says
it
that
like
puts a
that,
lot
I
of pieces
can't
into place.
exactly say no, can I?
Mm-hmm.
I wish to learn all that you know about Cornelia. If I follow the traces she left behind, perhaps I can finally learn the truth of the tragedy. And perhaps
Ooh, that would be awesome to get rid of the curse.
The curse she placed upon you.
Wait, Cornelia was the one that put the curse on?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh.
The people from the church couldn't figure out a solution, so I won't get my hopes up.
That is perhaps for the best. That said, I am a stubborn man who is
I
not
wonder what the
often
point of
inclined
that
to
is.
give
Like,
up.
why curse her?
I will not
Just
allow
research.
history to repeat itself.
Okay. To
Neither
get the
tragedy
monster changing thing going.
nor your own personal torments.
If you're going to be so intense about this, I can't help but get my hopes up. But it's not always easy having me by your side.
I hope they
always
do
need to
find
be
a
on
cure.
guard.
That would be so nice for
You
her.
have my word. Should 1,000 beasts raise their claws at me, I will happily send them running.
So if she
Let's hope it
yawns
doesn't
and
come to
turns
that,
into the
Dee.
monster, how does she turn back to
Though it might
human?
be
She
kind of
doesn't
fun
turn
watching
back.
you
She
tear
doesn't
those
turn
monsters
anything.
to shreds.
She sighs and monsters appear.
Oh, they appear. That's right. That's right. Okay.
There we go.
I was getting it mixed up with the other people that actually did turn into monsters. Okay, so we got a corny joke by Luma here. Okay, Luma, here is your joke. Okay. When is the storm coming?
When?
Monsoon.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I don't get the next question. Alright, I'm gonna say the next one because I don't understand it. Maybe you all can tell me. What do you get when you cross a goldfish and a cupcake?
What?
Muffins. Why?
Muffins.
Oh, muffins. Wow. I don't know about that one, but you got the other one, which was a good one. So there you go. Thank you so much, Luma, for requesting the corny joke. I hope you enjoyed it.
There must be more I can do.
This is making sense.
Jibber Monkey says, I wonder why it's every time she sighs. Yeah, I wonder that too.
I was gonna skip this, but I can do a group task with somebody else.
Group task. Derek can't help himself.
Actually, here. Auto instruct.
So the joke called a muffin a cupcake? I guess. I guess a muffin is shaped kind of like a cupcake? I don't know. Hopefully somebody at least laughed. Then it will be all worthwhile. Yuri's birthday! Let's have a tea party with Yuri. Yuri about to have some tea. Oh my gosh. Oh, that Inspector Gadget Minecraft video is a masterclass in cringe comedy. Thanks to it in Oni? I think Oni plays, constantly quoting it. It's messed me up to the point of quoting it anytime
You
someone
wanted
says
me for
brown
something?
or anything that rhymes with
Why
brown.
not ask me directly then?
That's definitely happened to me. I quote like 4 movies all the time to Derek. At least he's getting them now, because the first time I said, whatever you say, Cruella,
You've
he
told
thought
this story multiple times.
that I was, I know, but somebody new might be here. You never know. Anyway, he thought I was actually calling him Cruella, but he's not. It's just from The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan in it. Okay, anyway.
Which I hadn't thought about in
I know.
ages.
Yeah. Anyways.
Ready?
May everyone have a good Yuri year. Okay, let's talk.
Got it.
Oh gosh.
One of these
I don't
two.
know. Yeah, I don't know. Ambitions? Ah!
Nailed it.
Sorry, I led you astray.
It's fine.
Got it.
Keeping Abyss
Keeping
safe.
Abyss. Yeah. Oh, I
Library's
have no
collection?
idea. Okay, cool. All right.
I'm a bit more into parties than tea. But I suppose hanging out with you isn't half bad.
I feel like we're just schmoozing everybody up. It's so weird.
I guess not.
Yes.
Nailed it.
All right. Perfect tea time.
There we go.
Sonic Joe with a highlighted message. Have you thought of raiding Yestercades? They're doing a Smash Ultimate tournament. That sounds fun. We could check that out. What if I requested for Amy to play a bit of Tails game? What if I did?
Oh my god.
What? This? Huh? Secured victory. That's why I'm here.
To win your heart.
Wait, so he thinks it's a secured victory?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The only reason I became the Lord of the Underground is because of my charms. I have my mother to thank for that.
Okay.
All right then.
Cool. Thanks for the treat, Frank.
Cool.
Let's do this again sometime, yeah?
Sure. Bye. Maybe Vesperia that's available everywhere?
I have Vesperia.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to see Derek has something.
I have Vesperia, Symphonia.
I really want to play all of... Well, I want to see at least, or hear. I don't know. I'm so curious about them. But Symphonia, I've heard, is a really good one to start with. Doon, 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 doon.
It's within my grasp.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Bum, 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 bum. Derek needs to start quoting Back to the Future. Ooh.
To make you have to...
Yeah, so I can watch it. I do want to watch it.
See?
We will.
I did that, and I got Annette and him to get their A rank, A- rank.
Yay!
Your Highness, I have one more favor to ask.
Is this about Gustav again?
Gustav.
I have plenty more stories about him. But perhaps it is time for you to speak with him yourself.
Oh, it's not about Father this time. This time I wanted to ask about you.
About me? Oh, I guessed it.
I heard all about Father last time.
Plus, I've already achieved an A rank with him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid there is not much of interest for me to tell you.
Oh, it doesn't have to be funny
Annette
or
for
interesting.
Alpha, yay.
That's not why I'm asking. It's just that I thought I already knew you, but I'm not sure I really do.
I don't think anyone
That day
really
when we
knows
were reunited
Dimitri.
at the monastery, I didn't know what to say to you. So I wanted to prepare some of your favorite food. I thought maybe if you ate something that you liked, you'd cheer up a little.
Aw, that's
But
a
when I got to
sweet
the
thought.
kitchen, I realized I didn't even know what you like to eat.
I see. Well, it's a little hard to say what my favorite is. I just don't really have any strong feelings about food. That said, you're pretty keen on sweet things, right, Annette?
I guess it's a
Yes,
safe bet to
that's
get
right.
anything sweet with
I'm
all
at my
these crust
happiest when
people.
I'm digging into a sweet treat. Oh, did you know there's a famous sweet shop in the capital?
Yes. It often had long lines outside, didn't it? The castle guards often spoke of it.
The sweets were
like a
so
donut
good.
shop.
They cost
Yeah, there
a
you go.
fortune, but I loved them. When Father was still around, we all lived as a family in the capital. Since then, I've had them only a few times. How I'd love
Maybe
to
they
taste
could go
them
get them
again.
together then.
There you go.
Say, Annette, when this war is over,
To the
where will you
sweet
go?
shop.
Yeah.
I heard that you were close to Baron Dominic back in the academy days.
That's right. But that's not where I think I'd like to go when all of this is over. I reconnected with Father, so I'd like to live with my family again, in the
Aw,
capital.
that
Also,
sounds
if I'm in the
nice.
capital, I'll be able to see you from time to time. Right?
Ah, that settles it then. We'll have to get your father working twice as hard.
Twice as hard. Huh?
Yeah.
Father's at a ripe old age now. I'd appreciate it if you didn't work him too hard.
Oh, of course. I will keep that in mind.
Author says, don't worry, Annette. Nobody knows Dimitri's favorite food. Yeah, that seems pretty accurate.
I'm just gonna rest.
Oh my goodness. So that means next time, probably getting to the story?
Oh yeah.
Because we
I am
have
ending at the story. Us getting to the story.
we have a birthday coming up, and we have potentially. Are we doing a battle on that weekend?
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm
Oh,
rushing
okay.
to
So we
the
can
story.
just keep going through. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
So close to finishing the game. Woohoo! Oh yeah, we have to equip that skill on Dimitri.
I already did.
Oh, we did? Oh, Madonna said we didn't. Okay.
I did.
What would Leonie like? Oh, Yestercase just ended the stream. Thanks for the update, Sonic. Oh my gosh, I read that thing right there as Ravel Scar.
It's nice to be invited over.
Thanks.
Time for some tea. Love her new
This is
hair and
really
outfit.
nice.
She really had such a glow up, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Capable comrades.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
She is very strategist.
Working
Working together?
I see.
She's also very easy to read.
Yeah.
Capable comrades again? What? That's
Okay,
weird.
Sure.
All right, she
just
just really wants to talk about it.
that,
Worry about what I owe to my village. I don't live this frugally for nothing.
Commend?
Wow.
Yes.
There you go.
That was actually a perfect.
Yeah.
I don't think we got anything wrong.
Have to check
I
her
think
out.
you pulled up the menu, rearranged 2
What are you
skills, but
staring
did
at me
not
for?
equip.
I've been doing all my training.
That's what Minato thinks.
I'll take a look. What are you staring at me for?
Because that's apparently what we do. We just lean over the table very strangely. How many more chapters are left? 2?
Captain Gerald is always
This one
with
and
me.
one and then one
Here.
other.
I hope he's watching over us.
Aw.
Aww.
In her heart.
Thanks for the tea.
I missed
Invite me by
Geralt.
again sometime.
Super paper Pokemon. So many old Japanese games that need to be
I think you
localized.
maxed out your charm because it only mentioned hers going up.
Oh, wow. The first few SMT games, the first few Fire Emblems, and Mother 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I hear so much clamoring for Mother 3 localization.
I'm getting.
I said, might be wrong though. Anyways, doesn't need close counter because not using bows.
Oh, right. Okay, I forgot that I was attached to, so I'll fix that.
Jaden says, when you finish 3 houses, do you plan on streaming a playthrough of 3 Hopes? It won't be right away because we don't have that one yet. But maybe eventually it could be streamed or LP'd for the YouTube channel.
I mean, I'll eventually do it on my channel, but
Ooh, we
it's gonna
got
be
another
years.
joke. Snezkov with the joke request. All right. Who takes care of a butterfly?
Who?
It's Mother. That's so weird because they form a butterfly on their own. You know, it's a caterpillar, makes its own little chrysalis, and all right. Next joke. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Jester.
Jester who?
Your Jester 1 to open the door for me.
What?
I think like just the one to open the door for me.
Oh.
Your Jester 1 to open the door for me. I think that's it. All right, one more. Gotta make. We gotta get a good laugh in there. Minato says you did equip it, by the way. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Hebrews.
Hebrews who?
He brews coffee every morning.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Was that good enough or should I do one more?
That's good.
Are you just done with the jokes? Because the next one...
No, Hebrews was pretty good.
The next one is pretty good.
Alright, then you can read that one.
Okay. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Howl.
Howl who?
How will I get in if you don't open the door?
This is critical.
See, that one's good.
I'll do my best with this.
Thank you.
I
Oh,
have
you're
much
so
expertise
welcome.
in
We had to get a good one in there. He brews coffee to go with his bagel.
Alright. Ready for some story?
We get story today?
Do you think Edelgard will show up?
She will. I want to be positive about this. Yes.
Well.
There she is.
It's been
We
a
were
long
right.
time, Professor. And hello to you too, Dimitri.
Please don't ambush us.
Edelgard.
She looks good in that
I did not
outfit.
think you would actually accept my request.
Call it a win. Well then, what did you want to talk about?
All right, here we go.
I will get straight to the point. Why did you start this war? There had to be a way to change things in your territory without the need for so many senseless casualties.
It may be hard to believe, but this is the way that leads to the fewest casualties in the end.
Huh.
Don't you see?
No, please explain.
How could I? Countless people have already lost their lives in this conflict.
Please
The
explain.
longer we took to revolt, the more victims this crooked world would have claimed.
Oh my gosh.
I weighed the victims of war against the victims of the world as it is now, and I chose the former.
Whoa.
I believe that I have chosen the best path, the only path.
Oh my gosh, what is going
Even
on?
after seeing the faces of those who have suffered the ravages of war, you would still force them to throw their lives away for the future? You are obsessively devoted to this war and deaf to the screams of its victims. You cannot change the cycle of the strong dominating the weak with a method like that.
You're wrong. That very cycle is exactly what I have devoted my life and my power to destroying.
Okay.
If after all of this, you believe the weak will still be weak, that is only because they are too used to relying on others instead of on themselves.
All right, what is going on? Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
Perhaps someone as strong as you are can claim something like that. But you cannot force that belief onto others. People aren't as strong as you think they are. There are those who cannot live without their faith. And those who cannot go on once they have lost their reason for living.
Thank you.
Your path will not be able to save them. It is the path of the strong, and so it could only benefit the strong.
So you consider me strong, do you? Even if one clings to their faith, the goddess will never answer them. Countless souls will be lost that way, living without purpose. And I can be counted among those who have died that way as well.
Died?
But that's why I must change this world, on behalf of the silent and weak.
Huber looks so much older.
And do you intend to become a goddess yourself? Will you steal the power to take action from the broken-hearted masses you claim to defend?
Oh my gosh, this is intense.
The ones who can truly change the way of the world are not the rulers, but the people.
Whoa.
Pushing your own sense of justice and your own ideals onto even one other person is nothing more than self-righteousness.
Whoa, Dimitri.
Maybe it is self-righteousness, but it doesn't matter. Someone has to take action and put a stop to this world's endless, blood-stained history.
Do you not believe in the power of the people to join together and rise up? Humans are weak creatures, but they are also creatures who help each other, support each other, and together find the right path.
Wow, his outlook has drastically changed.
From the professor and from everyone in my life.
I doubt a highborn person like yourself could know how the poor feel or what motivates them.
They're both kind of attacking each other's arguments in the same way.
Though I'm finally starting to understand how you feel. But that makes it even clearer to me that we can never fully understand each other.
I feel the same. I finally understand what you believe is right.
Goodbye, Dimitri.
Oh no.
Wait, Edelgard. There is something I must
The dagger? Aha!
This
I knew
is
it.
for you. Use it to cut a path to
Oh
the
my gosh,
future you wish
please do
for.
not stab him with that.
And I will rise up to meet you there. Elle.
Please don't. Oh, okay. Oh, there she is.
Elle! So it's true. You're really going away?
Her hair.
Going back home?
It's brown.
There's nothing I can do about
Remind
it.
you of anybody?
It's all happening so
The way her
fast.
hair color is now?
I'm as surprised as you are.
What do you mean? Like another character?
Mm-hmm.
Lysithea?
Here. I want you to have this.
What's special about Lysithea?
That she was forced to crest. Yeah.
There you go.
Elle, listen to me. No matter how hard things get, you can't give in, okay?
She has 2 crests?
You've got
Do
to
we know
cut a
that?
path to the future
We
you
know
wish for.
Edelgard?
No matter
in the
what.
menu.
Huh.
It's
Did we already find that out?
Why would you give me something like this?
You see it in the menus. They don't talk about it, but it's in the menus.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't think of anything better to give you.
Edelgard, what are you doing?
There's the guy.
It's time to go. Hurry and get in the carriage.
He probably had this whole thing orchestrated.
I'm sorry, Uncle.
He probably forced it
to
on
go
her, the other crest.
I remember now. You gave me a dagger all those years ago.
Yep.
I'm still sorry about that. I should have given you something that would have made you happier.
Perhaps. At the time, I was quite flustered by such a dangerous gift. I left without giving you a proper response. And that was the last time we saw
Oh,
each
that
other.
was the last time.
True. It is a sweet memory.
Aww.
With a bitter ending.
Aww.
I'm afraid it will do no good to reminisce, Dimitri. That girl you knew back then is gone. As good as dead.
Oh, that's awful.
But I'll tell you now what I wasn't able to tell you back then.
Okay.
Thank you, my dear forgotten friend. Because of you, I never
Oh
lost
no,
my
why did they have to fight each other?
As for the future, that will be decided in
No.
battle. King of Fargus, as the Emperor, I shall await your arrival in Enbarr.
To fight? Ugh. Is there
Seems
no
like a-
is there no path where everybody lives?
No.
Oh.
Pretty sure not.
Oh. That is so heartbreaking. Oh my gosh. Whoa, we went to the cemetery. Geralt or Mom? Let's see.
They're both buried down.
Oh, they're both there.
It looks like I'm going to have to
No.
leave you now.
My 150-year-old
I
dad.
hope you'll give this ring to someone you love.
Whoa.
As well as I love her.
Oh, we can now marry someone. I can choose right now? Oh no, I'm not ready for this.
Between all your
I'm
A
not ready
ranks.
for this. No.
This is what you gotta do before the end.
No.
Dimitri,
no.
Dedu, Felix,
No.
Ash, Sylvain,
I
Merceus,
needed more time. I
Verdant,
needed a
Linhardt.
warning. No, I don't like this. Oh my gosh. Look at all the choices. I can pick Sothis.
I don't know how you pick Sothis. I have no idea on that one.
Oh my gosh.
You've been setting up for Dedu
I know
this
I have
entire
been.
time.
I have been. What in the world? Did you beat the game now? Oh my gosh. I guess. Well. Oh no. Oh. Oh my gosh. This is stressful. Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna stick to the guns. We're gonna go with our protection castle Dedu.
Gonna go with Dedu?
Dedu. Let's Dedu it. Oh my gosh, this is scary.
There you go.
Did you save before?
Nope.
No, it's locked in. Sunflower says, tuning in at a good time. Hey, Luis or Gilbert. Oh my gosh, Minato.
And there we go.
Wait, we don't get any scene? There's no
It's
like...
for later. It's for after, because it's the last bit. So,
oh my gosh.
theoretically...
It's really the last... We are that actual close?
Yes.
No way.
So if the next time might go longer, but I think we could go maybe get through both final battles, the final two battles in one go.
Okay, I gotta get that poll started ASAP. Oh my gosh. All right, next time I will have the poll ready to go. I'll be putting it in the chat so we can figure out what we will be playing after Fire Emblem Three Houses, which I can't believe we are finally nearing the end. This seems so surreal.
That was my goal. You could see me just blow through all
gosh.
these.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, I'll have that ready to go. We'll figure out what we're gonna play next. We're gonna be ending this game. Oh my gosh, that is crazy, crazy. Whoa, I can't believe it. Okay, all right. The final battle is long. Oh, yeah, actually that makes sense.
I mean, the other option is we could do what I did this time.
Oh, where you fight some off the screen?
Yeah, where I fight the majority off screen. We could do that right now and just start the mission and see the opening, like how it all starts.
Okay.
And then me actually get through most of the battle.
Time to make like a tree and get out of here. Oh no, egg roll.
Should I?
Do you really get a save point when you get married? Good point, egg roll. Be prepared for quite a final boss. Oh my goodness.
Should I do that just so we can ensure the next time?
Did you save? Is it saved now?
I've saved it now.
Okay.
Yes.
And Snezkov, where will you post the poll? I'm going to put the poll in the chat here on Twitch. I'm going to post it on my Twitter. I'll probably put it in the comment section in YouTube as well. That way it can be easily accessible. So
Daniel says you might want to. So let's go ahead and start the mission so I can get through a good chunk and we can save the actual final battle.
Is this the final battle? This one right here?
No.
Oh, okay.
There are 2 chapters left, but the last chapter is only a battle.
Okay. Let's do this. This is so wild. Oh, here we go. Our chosen path. Now I know why they called it that. Because they just are steadfast in their choice.
The Kingdom Army, having gathered new troops and significant strength, commences its march towards the imperial capital of Emblem.
I wish that we could have gotten more information from her. Like, maybe she has good enough reason, you know?
Get that in her favor, which is why I think she has a decent point. Maybe the way she went around it is not the best, but...
The two forces clash in the city's streets.
Okay, looks like a couple people are going to be heading out. Thank you so much for sticking around. Really appreciate it. Have a great night, everyone who's heading out. Looks like Egg Roll, Super Paper Pokemon. Alpha says, as long as the final battle is streamed, I say go for it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I want to see Amy's reactions to some of this stuff. Okay. Yeah, we will do that then. Can you get to that scene without a single A rank?
Probably. You can also just choose to say no one.
I don't know.
I mean, if you skip a lot, yeah.
I guess you could skip a lot of stuff. Sunflower says, I've been absent for a bit. I'm excited to see you've gotten so far in the game. I know. We really ramped it up because sometimes the instructions stuff takes forever.
Alright. You gotta leave out 2 of your units. Are you good with this set, or do you want Sylvain and Ingrid in there as well?
I guess that's good. That's the one we just had for the last one, right?
Yeah.
That's good then. That's
Just
a good
with
A
that?
team. Yeah, it's a good A team. Wait, where's Annette? Oh, there she is. Okay. Yeah, that's a good team.
And we'll attach Sylvain to...
The trope is called For Want of a Nail, where major story changes happen because of a single event that changed. In this case, Byleth choosing who to side. I was hoping we could get like a good, perfect ending. What if you do all the routes? There's not like a really good ending?
Nope.
No. What about 3 hopes? We could have hope
no
there.
idea on that one.
Oh my gosh. Because I don't even know if Dimitri is right. Like, I can't tell that much.
I mean, at this point, he's just trying to stop the war.
That's true.
That's
true.
his goal.
Yeah. He wants to stop all the bloodshed. But it sounds like Edelgard said there is bloodshed already happening without this war. Or would be, or something.
I will say this. She feels dead inside because of all the experimentation done to her. She was tortured for years.
Yeah. Ugh.
So.
But why start a war on that? Like, I get it, but I also, how will the war fix that? Does it answer that?
I
field Cyril and Anna? Why?
No.
People complain about getting a golden ending in Fire Emblem Fates because it went against its own themes among many, many other things. Oh, okay. I guess maybe there's just not a way for there to be a golden ending then.
Yeah.
Just because they're all so different paths. Maybe that's why. I don't know, like, I can make it happen in my mind. We talk it out and figure, find out she was horribly tortured and go after the uncle and whoever else was responsible. We'll go with that. Each story makes questionable decisions. No one is completely correct or wrong, but they all make valid points.
Yep.
Ugh. I know I'm still a little disappointed that 3 Hopes ended up being a new set of routes instead of an Everybody Lives ending. No, that makes me sad.
Gates to the Imperial capital have been broken.
I thought it was going to be,
All
because it was called 3 Hopes. I thought it was going to be the hopeful ending.
I mean, it still might be. Might still be happier endings than what we got here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's cut through them and carve a route to the palace.
Oh boy. We're so close. I mean, we kind of killed her uncle.
The Savior King arrives, hands red.
I didn't realize
with
he
blood.
actually... Okay.
Let's give him a royal welcome. Artillery! Once the enemy is in
Oh,
range,
Mamoru.
fire at will.
Same voice actor as him in...
I know, but I cannot. They will not be joined in my mind.
Reinforcements will fly in short.
I don't really like Hubert
Keep
too
your
much.
focus and hold steady until they arrive.
He's interesting to have people
Now that you
bond
said
with.
it, I can't get it out of my head.
Oh, it's alright.
Now I just hear Mamoru. Mama? Finally time to end Hubert, maybe.
Alright.
Alright.
That's a lot of battle to get through.
is-
That's why
yep.
I'm probably good to get through this.
Yep, that'll be this week's project.
43 enemy units, so...
And that's the condition? You have to beat them all?
I have to beat him.
Oh, okay, just him. Okay.
But these are very intricate streets. So
Yeah.
That's what I'll be working on
We can
before
do
the session begins next time. I will have it basically down to just Hubert. We'll defeat Hubert. And
oh, that's a great idea. Yeah.
And then that way we can have just the final battle, because you're not missing anything story-wise other than tactics, and we have rewind functionality and all that stuff. So.
All right. Whew, that's a big beefy boy. That ended up being a lot in the stream. Oh, zooming in on that grass.
Oh, there we go.
Alrighty. Let me see. Ooh, we got to stream. To raid is what I mean to say. Oh gosh. No, stop. Aw, you're hosting my channel. Thank you.
I have it set to auto host.
Alright, we got Proton John playing Boyfriend Dungeon.
Oh boy.
Fortune Cookie playing some Games Edition. Okay. We got Onsta Monsta doing some art. We got Nicole Goodnight playing Phasmophobia, which I don't know what that's about, but I know I've heard that. Okay, probably don't want to go there. Nocturnal Hannah playing Final Fantasy VII. A Live Gamer playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Lumatea playing Dead by Daylight. What's that?
That's another horror game.
Aw,
Smash Matt says raid all end podcast of playing Xenoblade.
Ooh. Oh, okay. We could do that. Let's see. Let me go back to the other page. Wait, where is it? All in podcast. Raid-a-roo. Oh, you guys, I'll come up with a name. Yeah, everybody come up with some kind of hashtag. Derek, you help. While I search for this. All in podcast. Xenoblade Chronicles.
I mean, we could go the...
Brown bricks? No brown bricks.
We could go with the classic of just like, is it Rhine time?
Oh, is that the... Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Is it Rhine time? I like that.
Is it Rhine time or really feeling it? You know.
I like Is it Rhine time? Let's do that one. Hold on. I need to go back. Exit out of here. Is it... Oh gosh, how do you spell Rhine again?
R-E...
Like this?
Yeah, like they have...
Oh, E. I switched to E.
R-E-Y-N.
Alright, I like that. That's really cute. Okay, back to the raid button.
A-N.
There it is. Alrighty, let's get this thing started and we'll head over with... Oh wait, I have to click over here too. Otherwise I won't be able to see it. Sorry for the setup. I'm trying to do it more thematically this time. Derek taught me a better way to do it so I can actually see the raid.
Click on chat.
Click
chat.
this?
No. Okay, that works.
Okay, there it is. Alright, cool. Okie doke. Now we can start the raid. There we go. Thank you all so much for being absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see you next week. It's going to be super intense, I think. And hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. And what else? I'm like,
see you tomorrow for Pokemon.
I'm all hyper now because we're so close. Oh yeah, Derek's playing more Nuzlocke Pokemon tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And I don't know, I'm probably forgetting stuff, but thank you all so much. You all the best. And see you next time. Take care, everyone.
Bye.